this team that we've talked about a lot, and that's where we got to narrow in on Paint. Like, I mean, we've said it pretty frank throughout all of playoffs, right? Paint has been a little inconsistent, but I look back at the last time these two teams faced and look at
Beast
the crazy, like, yeah, it was crazy, especially too in that all-decisive map number 3 of Ascent. I mean, he was just on one when he was on the KO of all things, right? So if we get that Paint today, like when this guy turns it up, he turns it up, and that could cause so many issues for SRB.
Oh, for sure. I mean, in this series specifically, like, don't get me wrong, he's been a standout player almost this entire split. Like, yeah, he's been a little bit inconsistent, but overall, I feel like he's had impact in a lot of the matches that SAD Esports has had. Obviously, there's been a lot of other players stepping up as well. It's not really just Paint, but I think the highlight specifically of this player comes into mind because the last time these two teams played, he went sicko mode on that third map, and he was like the reason why they were able to barely edge it out. Was it 13-11 or 13-10? Can't remember, but it was such a close game overall, and I feel like for Paint, he went nuclear, and he always had these maps as well. Like, randomly, he just goes like crazy on them, right? And I feel like if that's the version of Paint we're getting, even on 1 or 2 maps, if he does that on 3 maps, just give him the MVP and let's just move on with it. But yeah, he's been a beast. He's so well-rounded. He's very communicative. He's X Factor. He's got the vibes. Like, he's a very complete player, and I think overall he fits right into this roster, and he's been a huge contributor to their wins.
I mean, anyone who's watched Challengers and got to watch that one Haven map with Paint will forever have that etched into their memory. Like, it's just, again, when this guy...
That one Paint Haven map, oh my gosh.
Yeah, we never let that go. There was a lot of expectations on going into playoffs, right? For a lot of good reasons. It was a team that...
It's history, bro. That's history, bro.
To showcase the most of each of their individual players. And again,
I find it funny, Hundreds here are gonna win their one and only tourney, and you're not gonna see it. I've been watching playoffs.
Fighting out through the floors.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, this roster was built to win, Sierra.
I'm just not streaming it
this entire year, right? Yeah, they pulled the young VCT players in Nature and Xander, and they built an absolute powerhouse. But it hasn't been a smooth.
I didn't watch groups for.
They've managed to bounce back. They've been one of the more consistent
few reasons, but it's just like. Now my team genuinely looks good. My team genuinely looks good.
And overall, I feel like
bro, okay. I was talking about this. If we win EWC and nothing else, bro,
they have Odor
tilted.
Well. They have Nature and Xander as the experience. They got Satellite, Smoke, and Exa as kind of like the young guns. Everything they need, they have within this roster. Yes, the expectations and the pressure is also very high as a result. But in terms of having the tools that you need to construct the winning roster, it's all here.
Third time's the charm, right? They made finals back to back. Surely they can get there and win it all this time. But I mean, been the big changes that we've seen going into stage number 3 here has been, again, highlighting this young talent on the team. And talking about Smoke, that's been exactly it. Like, the team's been very upfront.
Will it change for the Tramps though? Listen.
Like, he's slow, he's methodical. Like,
oh my gosh, if we win against NRG tomorrow, I'll be very conflicted. I'll be very conflicted. I've been ranting about this all day. I assume you're not going to stream ENC? Probably not. Bro, okay. But listen. Okay. So in my head, right? If 100 Thieves win this tournament and nothing else, I'm gonna be sick. We have to win champs. Because, bro, imagine if 100 Thieves only wins our first strike, Red Bull home ground, 2024 stage 1 in EWC. We gotta win champs. I would love to see us win. I would love to see us win in EWC. I'm not you know, I'm not like fully tweaking about it.
Crucial. The fact that
I'm
they
just
have
saying,
such recent
if those are our only
history,
wins, we
that
have
was
to win
well,
champs. You know what I
such a
mean?
good game up against SRB to be able to take this win. Now
Come
a lot on
on,
nature to
come
be calling
on.
to not just be able to take them
Worst
down,
career of
but
the
in a
Heretics.
best of 5, where you know that, I mean, Sad's gonna have done their homework.
Listen,
Yeah,
bro, I
SRB
genuinely
okay.
don't know what's worse, bro. Getting second at everything or
individually
not getting
performing
close.
so
Actually, we know what's worse. Let's get real.
especially
I'd rather be a
as
Heretics
a
fan and
standout
just
player for this roster.
be in
He's been a
pain, and then watch my team
reasons why
slowly
they won
fall
a lot of
off.
maps. Ignore the calling, okay? Just purely on an individual level, he stepped up massively for this roster. I think the IGL tax that he's been paying has been getting lower and lower with every single match they've played. I think the reps are very much showing. But in terms of calling, in terms of experience, this guy is such a good caller. Like, the macros are always on point. It really doesn't feel like he's making a lot of calling errors in terms of like calling the team into wrong setups or like calling the wrong defensive ideas. It really does feel like Nature has a really good, you know, pulse on the game and on the meta, and I feel like he's in such a good spot in overall for this roster. And then you look on the other side, Welly, like, yeah, maybe his stats don't look as crazy, but he's leading in a complete underdog roster to this level. He's helping in the mid round, and even Welly's had pop-off moments, right? He's had these pop-off games as well, so it hasn't really just been like he's just a calling, you know, warder in the jungle. Like, no,
I feel like an Arsenal fan.
Like, he's getting,
No, Man U.
He's doing a lot. He's very clutchable, and he's bringing so much to it. And I feel like
Dude, listen. It's okay. It's okay, bro. I was about to say you can't even say you feel like an Arsenal fan anymore, bro. We won it all.
Today. Again, this is our lower final, so it's a best of 5 up ahead. No place really to hide as we head into our map picks and bans. And this is always interesting because I say no place to hide. If there's any flaws with your map pool, you really won't be able to hide that. You can with your one. SRB have been banning a lot of Fracture, not surprised for that. Sap has been really active with those banning something that's good for the opposing team, so Breeze is off the list. But I'm very intrigued about these first 3 maps, Troy.
I'm also intrigued for the first 3 maps. Okay, let's go chronologically speaking here. Lotus is so interesting. I'm not surprised to see it pick. It's looked like SRB's best map right now, undeniably.
We also won the league, don't forget.
It's also a map that Sad Esports hasn't quite had the results they were hoping for, right? They're 0-2 on the map. Of course, their 2 losses have been to M80 and SRB, so it's, I mean, those are not too bad of losses. But in terms of just like the contrast between the Lotus performances and just on the paper record, I mean, this is an SRB sided map for sure. And then you look at Split. This is where it starts to get weird for me, Sierra. Okay, because you look at Split, it's a map that both teams are really good on. Like, it's not like a weak map. Like, the, you know, Lotus is different, right? Because it's a weak map for Sad Esports, but for SRB they're comfortable. But Split's a little bit weird because it's a good map for both teams. I mean, SRB, they're 3-0 on the map, and this is Sad Esports' pick. Sad Esports has played it twice. They're also undefeated, so it's kind of a 50-50.
God, bro, how you feeling today? Who we think wins this one, bro? I want a Sad win so bad. I want a Sad win so bad. You don't understand, bro.
It's going to be kind of hard to
need this.
and kind of hard to know what to expect on that map. And for,
it matters.
For Sad Esports, they're pro.
But I'm not gonna lie, I almost, dude, I was figuring out what I was gonna wear today on stream, bro.
It was
I was figuring out what I was gonna wear on stream, bro.
Pro pick makes sense, but there's a lot of like question marks regarding that.
And I have like 3 SR shirts in my closet, bro, and I almost put one on, and then I realized I was like, I can't be supporting SR over here right now. Listen, bro, this is important.
Able to beat out SRB, and that's 4 and 5 in the series, right?
Okay, so
like
M80 are guaranteed LC. Oh my gosh.
Difficult, but at least they have a little bit of a caster curse on their side.
Yo,
I mean,
it's time.
I feel like
it's time.
We've been pretty upfront through a lot of this. Let's not lie now. SRB definitely favorites coming into this. They were for the entire playoffs bracket.
It's time to prove a point, bro.
Interesting to see if they can repeat that going on to Lotus, or what Sad Esports can really switch up and how they play it to take them down.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think we're already seeing the swap from the last time these 2 teams played, right? It was the Phoenix on the other side of Sad Esports. They've swapped it up. They were kind of into a more comfortable composition, a more familiar composition. So it's a slow-paced comp. But of course, for me, Sierra, on this map, it's always eyes on Smoke on the SRB side. He is such a force on that chamber. His stats on this map are disgusting. And for Sad Esports, they have to come up with game plans. Hopefully, their swapping comps is not going to throw them off, because they will be tested not only mechanically, but they'll also be tested strategically. We highlighted Nature's experience. We highlighted the experience overall in this SRB roster. So for SAD Esports and for SRB, it's an absolute battle right here on this first map.
And I love that we get to see Vita switching from that Neon into the Raze to really be able to capitalize off of, I mean, just synergy with the team. So it's time to see
how many from this league go to play-ins. So it's one guaranteed, and then it depends on who wins the LCQ, which is between all the leagues.
Or Shopify Rebellion Black to run back a win. Let's get started with your casters. Let's send it over to Lemon Kiwi and Van Silly.
There's one from Brazil, one from Latin America, one from Americas, and then, or one from North America, I mean.
SAD, a resurgence has become reality, and they both survived the lower bracket, but SAD will need to beat them again to silence these Titans for good. And starting
yes, sir, energy for 100T. Bro.
The script writes itself.
That grand final would be so disgusting if I was streaming it. No. My chat would be like egregious.
Grand finals for SAD Esports.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm so glad that they're doing the consolation final, bro. So because I'm not gonna lie, I was thinking about waking up early and I was like, wait,
pressure to guarantee at least the LCQ.
I don't have to.
They can make it to the grand finals, which is why it's going to be super important, especially going against a team of
like the consolation finals at BO3.
But yes, Lemon Kiwi, this is a great map for SRB to start with because they've been unstoppable on this
Your potential first ever trophy. Listen, I still want that champs trophy, bro. I still want that champs trophy.
On the attack side,
this wouldn't be a bad win. This wouldn't be a bad win, of course.
And lurks, that probably has to be a win con for SAD Esports to overtake.
I know the stats for Smoke do not speak enough to how much.
But I like one of those big ones.
You guys missed cinema. 13-1 is how SRB
What's up, Melis?
ended that series yesterday.
Listen. Keep it calm today, man.
Ending series on Lotus. We'll see if they can kick it off. And
so make my trophy value. Yeah. I need that VCT trophy, the big one.
Of SRB on this side of the map, it's not going to force any kind of progression through A or anything like that. And SRB will collect their orb and go hunting elsewhere.
It's still very good though. They went for a flash hunt to get full information on B side, yet nobody added pressure on C or tempoed up. So SAD Esports knows that there's.
I don't know. I don't think legacy wise people are gonna go back and go, oh my gosh, this team was so good they want to need WC. You know what I mean?
Now you see this lean. The stall from SRB is huge because now they could sell the fake on the A site to hit B.
I would love to see that team win something though.
Paranoia just barely whistling by Exa in that moment.
Hope the champ schedule ain't bad. School will be on. Yeah, but you know it's gonna be bad because it's in Asia.
This has been one of their weaker points, to be honest. But still,
and if you're in A, you know,
to force the distance. Even
you know that's gonna go, bro. That's 3 a.m.
Pistols and even a bonus. And
hey, just wake up a couple hours before you get ready for school, bro. So
to force an overtime now.
All right, show me some.
SAD holding it down. Haunt thrown to check out B. They're suspicious. SRB being marked. That is the opening kill going to Satellite. Traded though. SRB, you gotta get.
We keep it calm. Oh, we don't keep it calm. It's okay. It's okay. All right, get this kill. Okay.
They have to set up. They have
no,
to
but it's
protect
fine.
This planter. They'll do so with the smoke.
Wait, Paint's our omen? Oh boy.
On the other side, looking in, and they're all ready to greet them. And Smoke's not gonna waste any time. As SRB,
wait, have I seen this comp before? I'm not gonna lie. I've just been yapping. Have SAD played this before? I swear I haven't seen this Paint Omen before.
BO5, something that's fairly new for somebody like Welly as well to have a Nicole into a BO5.
Yeah, no, they're playing Neon Phoenix. Oh, and they got fried last time they played SR.
And what they were calling. So for the cut noise for SRB, fake towards the A side, but then for SAD to just hold as long as they could and say, look, we still have a wall.
Let me get in a good mood. I'm in turning right now, waiting for my team to face off. We just went against the first team 2-0. Big win, big win.
In their favor at the end of the day because SRB had better weapons.
You better win that tourney, bro.
They still stay calm and collected in the pistol.
I don't want to see anything else except that first place.
Very good resistance from SAD. Now it's just
good
use of the utility. High low. Look at this trap play. SRB being
okay. I thought we would get a little more going. Okay, unfortunate. You know, one kill, I'll take it. One kill, some damage, I'll take that. I'll take that any day, bro.
That you have to peel back. SAD though, it was a nice attempt in that eco to try and wrestle against SRB, but still converted in the end to SRB.
Yo, by the way, bro, I don't know what happened. I went to sleep tired and I woke up tired.
I
don't know why, but my sleep yesterday was just horrible.
That they have would allow for them to do that. Now this is where it gets important. When you get into these gun rounds, you cannot give the same type of space as SRB has just gone in the last 2 rounds. So you have to contest for some lanes. So it starts up here on the A side where it's perfect to actually have Smoke to look out first because he could TP away from all the flood util to try to fight towards the A main.
Cool body shot, yeah, against
Vita's
that armor.
dead,
Smoke is
insta.
quick to disengage. He is not greedy.
Wait,
in
good
trade
kills,
after
Adelius.
trade.
Bro, I'm telling you,
SRB
Zagiano was better.
never
But
get momentum
listen,
going
listen,
even
that's
with
not the
these
point right
first
now.
bloods.
The
Losing
point is,
Satellite
good kill for
to your
Zadge.
main duelist won't be able to explode into the site. And when you got a lot of hoops to jump through, whether it's the thorns of this Vise or whatever could be waiting for you, we'll see how SRB are going to navigate this.
It's nice though. You always see this
Dog comes through.
tandem duel.
This is fake though.
That was a little bit
And they lose
unfortunate.
Exa for it. And
I
then
think they were
Zad still has
expecting
full
for the
util
wall
here,
to
and they
come
have
up,
nothing.
use
They have
the
nothing to
wall
break the
come up on
vice
defensive
util.
side so that Exa could jump and bait that wall. But now that might force the hand here of SRB to just try to finish towards C where they
We
already have
TP'd in.
two players.
Oh my
here from
gosh.
Sad.
Xander's made his way
Oh,
to
good.
the
He popped
site.
the other throw, and
has a
Xander's full
paranoia
stock for a
and wants
second.
to wait for the team to follow through so they can fight in a leverage position. I'm worried about Sad maybe opening this B-Link door. It'll be about timing here for Welly as that IGL makes that call. SRB
They're just full
it
creeping.
almost stands
They don't
still.
have any
Even
util
that
to
Vise
stop
flash from
this.
Zaj, if they
Paint
wanted to
can-
fight,
Tommy is
who's going to
blind
be
for, like,
pulling
the
the trigger
retake, but-
first? A chess match. The pawns get into position.
Unless
the
they
elbow
just give us a
spotted there
kill.
from Smoke.
They
Not a
just get the plant
single
down for free.
shot from Sad. In response, the patience is there. The plant seems to be able to go through. Now that B-Link door is
taps the
open,
door as
Welly's
an
starting
eye.
to get active. This is where the pressure is starting to mount.
We lost
Sad
Zaj.
tries to utilize
We lost
Zaj
Pain.
there, and every angle that
Paint's
Sad
blind,
has
gets nothing,
taken
bro.
has been shut down. The paranoia from Paint did not even reach SRB or enough to really shake them. Because right now the post plant seems to be ironclad. You got a high-low. Paint
They gotta
on the
go. All right,
approach.
good luck, brother.
Worst case scenario, Paint will have a lot to try and
Dude,
overcome.
that's whatever.
And nature
Whatever,
will confirm
whatever.
the bonus.
Well, a huge answer back from SRB in the mid round. That was a 3 versus 4. Then all three of them stayed alive when they had to overcommit and just count on their luck to win the seaside fight.
2020 to
Or shot for Belly
2023
Black. 'Cause again,
VCT
the-
plumber
the-
era.
the game
2023
time
to
for Sad was actually quite nice. They
2026
still try to take
streamer
down
slash
the
podcaster era.
tandem work that
2027
Smoke and
and
Exa likes
beyond.
to do towards the A side as well. I talked
Streamer
about how Exa is
podcaster
final boss on
era.
the A side lurks,
Where
but
we the
in
NBA?
the last couple of matches, they have been doing a lot of the
Bro,
slow
everybody
TP,
that's in the
Exa take
VCT is a
space,
streamer,
and then
bro.
punish
It's
the players that
unfortunate.
are not paying attention.
Well, it's not
to those
unfortunate.
lanes.
It's a good
And
thing.
Exa got a nice first
I think
blood
that's one
out
of the
that.
things that makes
At the
esports
end of
like
the day, it comes down here to
good.
SRB still staying
Or, like,
very
unique.
tight knit and good mechanically to trade off with each other and play off of each other in the post plant that allows for them to get a nice bonus round and put Sad back into another Nico.
Smoke has the
and
outlaw
I think
this
more
time
players
and
need to lean into that. But
could be
whatever,
absolutely
whatever.
feasting as he will be in rubble. You have more of a safer Exa lurk as SRP are still noting those tendencies of where this Visewell is going to be, like you pointed out.
Artist
It was
League
at B
minimum
last
VCT
time. Wonder
paycheck
if it's going to swap
is
over to C
5K.
right now. SRB not encountering as much of a pushback from Sad. They are on the lookout
Wait,
for
5?
that trap
I
play
thought-
they saw
I thought
on Sad's last
minimum,
eco, but going to be completely
yearly was
free right side of
50K.
the map.
Just a gamble that they had. You see the flash being placed at the same spot as the pistol round for Sad Esports. They're hoping for a tapped orb, go for a trap play because Satellite's only 2 orbs away from getting his ult. So if they wanted to play a little bit more safer SRB for that round, then Sad would be ready to trap in that spot. End of the day, though, it's a plant towards the A site, and it should be still an easy round for SRB.
All right, show
Sad
me
went for
some,
the
man.
ultimate wraparound to give up the site. SRB being proactive, not spotting anyone through the defender's spawn. So staircase, flank, these are all threats.
Next
SRB
one.
huddled down behind
I don't know
the
why I'm
scope.
saying show me something,
Smoke
like
will
he's gonna,
confirm
like
one.
we're about to win
Knows
this
there's
round.
trouble in front. Sad. So
Whatever, bro.
rotating around, and SRB are on the lookout. They're watching every side as the pistols try to poke and prod.
Hey, Pain for 2.
Pain confirms 2, and
Listen,
that's
show me a
not
third
too
just for fun.
bad.
Show me a third
Forcing
just for fun. Okay.
SRB to take a
Never
seat,
mind.
but at the end, it's a 4-round
Can't tell
win
me
streak
Smoke
that
don't look like
continues.
Teen
And
Asuna.
even better than that, if it's for SRB,
Teen
when
Asuna?
Satellite has 1 HP remaining. Ideally, you wanted to hit.
I'm not gonna
that
lie, I
HP
don't
to
see
start
that one.
hunting for kills, so to get the showstopper in this round, especially going to Vita the Delita with an operator this round as well on the defense. Now with that 1 HP, he picks up the last 2 kills as he baits his teammates.
I mean, I just realized Austin has been on
Good
100 Thieves
because
since he was
it
like
allows for them to
17,
get
bro.
a huge
What a
use
guy.
of util to play against this other gun round of Sad Esports. This might give a chance here for SRB to run away with a 6-0 scoreline if they could over.
Bro, I'm not
if
gonna
they
lie,
could
I'm gonna be
actually
so
topple the
sick.
op
I'm
that's
gonna be so
currently
sick
being
when this
set
guy
up towards
leaves.
the
When this
A-side
guy
line.
leaves the org, bro.
Early op 2 from Smoke, and you know exactly what he could do with it. They like to switch up these 4-1 lurks, focusing on the perimeter. Showstopper, Satellite.
Oh my
the
gosh.
splash!
Zad just
No,
never
not
mind.
getting Zad,
I
but
thought
still
Zad was
forcing
alive.
him into the line of sight of Xander. The opening kill.
Okay,
not traded
now we have to
this
try to
time.
retake this with
Sad.
top. Oh, and Xander ulted behind
Just
us.
waiting Xander at 11 HP. No one is turning around from him. Sad are
He's good for at
focused
least
more
one,
on
bro.
the
Nobody's looking
retake.
at that, man.
And Smoke is pointing out that Omen did not teleport towards their spawn. They still have no
Yeah, they
idea.
know it's like
now
heavy
Sad are starting to
stairs.
panic. And
Paint goes
he's paving
down,
his way.
and there's just no way this guy
Xander
gets to keep his
gets
op.
3. SRB starting to panic, but Clock, the time is on their side, and
Oh,
Xander
good
is really
shot.
not
Never mind.
pushing.
Let's get out of
until
here.
this moment. Vita will find him, but that took so much time to dislodge that flanker. That's Sad. We're just gonna say
7
it.
years of embezzlement
was such
finally
a
paying
huge play
off.
by
Listen,
Xander.
don't pretend like
He was
we weren't
praised
the
multiple
truth for those
times
first couple years. And he
casting
did give us a good
duels to
2024,
analyst
bro.
desk in the past few days of how good he's been just as a smoke anchor for SRB. But this time it was actually a playmaker, getting on top of the wall to actually get the confirmed kill for paint onto the site rather, and then is able to.
No, I'm not gonna
TP out
pretend.
into
I'm
the
not gonna
spawn.
pretend. I
All the way
have
from the
switched
seaside
up on
link to
Austin,
get a double
unfortunately.
kill on top of that as well. That does
I
not
have
give
switched
a
up on
chance
Austin,
here for Sad
unfortunately.
Esports
When
to
we
front that
were
into the
performing
site.
like
And
poorly and
that
everybody's
was
on
very
Austin
good
his head,
on
bro,
Simon
you know.
Sash that was actually playing that Vice inside that
I
A-side
did
that
switch
got
up. I'll be
toppled down,
honest.
by that Xander kill. But yeah, this is such an
I'll be
important,
super honest.
timeout coming through here for Sad Esports, because as much as
But like,
we talk
listen,
about how good
listen.
SRB has been on this map of Lotus, what we're currently seeing today,
The highs
on
and
this
lows,
matchup
Austin has
against
always
Sad
been there, bro.
is also still brand new. All these
We gonna win with
all
him?
these plays that are being drafted
on.
out so far by SRB has not been like the most common thing coming out from Shopify in the last
Oh,
few
just
matches
for
that they
you,
played
and if
on
I win,
Lotus.
you're
So
gonna keep your
props here as well
promise
to
that I get to.
Effies and to Odorous on the amount of work that they're putting into this BO5.
Yeah, you see
Yeah,
kind
I
of
actually-
this
I
level
actually-
of depth from SRB,
wow,
usually deeper
wow,
into a series, and usually Lotus is deeper into that series. And Xander, the way he's flanking all the time, that's usually his style when he's playing on Haven. And to bring this out on Lotus this early, like teleporting into their spawn, is pretty nuts. And Sad, we're just hoping to ignore it, but the problem was still in their side in the end. And it was an investment for SRB, you know, the showstopper, despite not getting the direct kill, it still fed them a kill as Aj just jumped out into SRB. So if SRB can keep puppeteering Sad into the positions that they want, these have been some pretty favorable fights for SRB the last 2 rounds without a trade.
All right, come on.
necessarily
Show me
for
around now.
SRB.
Vita with the
Vita,
op in
though,
hand.
with the
We still
defensive
have
op,
like some
Smoke
guns.
already getting out of dodge.
And by
but
some guns, I
can't
mean
say
a
the
gun on
same
Pain
about
and a Guardian
Satellite.
on Welly.
Smoke actually stayed there for a split
Paint with a
second
stinger
more,
as
and he would've
well.
probably gotten that kill
That's a
on
good
Vita,
Eagle player.
but
Hey,
it
hold on.
is
This is
indeed first blood
we
scored
basically
by
have
Sad
we
Esports.
basically
I was
have
just
4
about to say
Vandals
as
and an
well,
op.
because of the timeout from Sad, and also because Vita shot the op in the previous round. They knew what they were up against here for SRB going into this round number 6. So the game plan was just to go head to head against Vita and Smoke, and hopefully for SRB to start off with the first blood. But it's actually another disadvantageous position for SRB going into the round.
Vita was a difference maker on Pearl. When he has a sniper in hand, you have to try and mark him at all times. That'll be the mind games between him and Smoke. So now the delay is SRB. Sometimes like to teleport Xander in, but it's a fake this time. Sad know of it. They may just have to clear this corner real quick. They'll have the protection of the smoke, but this
Oh, dude, he wasn't looking. Ooh, wait, good 2 for Welly. Hold on. Bomb gets grabbed.
They kind of inspired them to go in, and Welly found
Pain?
his moment to strike.
Good
And
line,
here is
Pain.
the sandwich, the Pain sandwich.
Oh my gosh, what did I say, bro?
Sad looking
5
to get
Vandals.
on the board.
5 Vandals, bro.
Finally
Come on.
ending that 5-round win streak.
Big round by Pain.
Couple
Of course, it comes down to
low
Sad
buy
Esports
guns,
on
but
the
like it's
rotating
fine. We're
cross as
good,
well
bro.
to finally add an extra body as they open up the revolving door, not just having Welly solo tapping that door. And it allowed for here Paint to get a nice little combo with Welly for them to open the door and get the picks on SRB, trying to go for a fast pivot on that C side again. And Xander, look at that. Another opening play that he makes here on the top of that boxes to overlook the C site. But it was just a reaction from Sad right after.
Bro, I
because
just
there was no
opened it.
pressure from SRB in front of the B
So
site.
bad
It allowed
stream
for them
on
to
my
move in
second
quickly.
monitor, bro. This guy.
Off too, like the Nightfall didn't get to.
Shout out Power World, bro.
Materialize their plan.
Bro, is Power World
And
actually
now
like
I
a fun
wonder,
game?
is Exit
I'd
gonna do
never
what
played
else
it
to try and give
when
them
it was
a
like
B
popular.
lurk so that this door
When it was like popular.
doesn't continue to be a lethal.
And I know they just got like a
threat
big
to
like
the
update.
approach, because the delays from the Vies have been fantastic.
1.0
Being
or
pushed
something.
Off the angle, still stepping forth, being now heard.
Wait,
Two ops are
Welly.
still in the equation.
Wait, did you get seen?
But wait a
All right,
minute,
you're gone. You're
Welly,
gone. You're gone. You're okay. You're
oh.
okay.
He's gonna maybe play it in cover a bit safer, but that could have been a big moment for him.
Now the question marks are being placed around the map though, because you are trying to find information in front of that B site. You're forced to fall back, and also SRB has already tapped the door on the A site early in the round. So right now, sad, they're gonna have to start using a lot of util to start.
All right, Payne, show me some.
Or at least this could be a perfect
Show me
fake
some.
being sold right now by SRB on that seaside line.
TP out, a little bit of damage, never hurt nobody.
You hear the TP calling back. You spot Vita at this point too. That might call the repivot towards the A site once again.
They hear the op and they just insta sprint it back to A, bro. Back into smoke and Exa. Good kill per Payne. Payne, do you go back into site and ult here? Oh wait, no, they're going B.
Lost on how to respond
Wait, no, they're going B.
to who took out his teammate on this A push. So now trying to follow through against Welly, who's been the B anchor in the past. Full util available. The Seas may have caught this duelist by surprise. The Haunt is thrown the boombot to
Vita, show me
surprise.
some.
10 seconds left.
Bro,
SRB going for the
please,
plant,
man.
And Sadar smoked off the angle. So a moment to breathe for SRB in a 4v5 post
see?
plan.
Oh, good. Still 4v4. Good kill, Payne. Bro, Payne's locked right now. I swear he's not missing.
They have just opened the door to coming back into this round. Vita's at 9 HP. The Nightfall leads Welly and the rest into the charge. Paranoia as well. Satellite is
Payne,
marked.
1v3.
He'll hold
Okay.
it down into the trenches.
It was a 1v2.
Xander
Whatever.
gets another
Whatever.
9K.
Dude.
My God, SRB and in lower numbers.
Like, bro, I say
are
something
looking
and then
really
like
good here. Sad,
nothing
again, Had
happens.
a great read. They pushed everybody into the right spots. It's just because SRB pushed them back to enforce them to turtle. Look at those lines at that replay. 2 players anchored up towards C, 2 players anchored up towards the A side. It allows for them to finish towards this B side. Even if they lose Exa in the process, it still gives them enough time to set up here in the post plant scenario to fight against the rotate across. So
All
sad,
good.
man. They have to turn up the tempo a little bit more in terms of being confident on holding angles and staying in those spots so that they don't get caught into these scenarios where they have to retake it to different areas with no map control.
And having a one-sided op, or actually Vita now has one too. You cannot let smoke go uncontested here, because then you have to invest so much more util to pressure that op off the line, because more often than not, smoke is not going to miss that shot. And he's even getting value off Marshals and Outlaw. He converts a kill every
the spam
The
was
scope
literally
in
half a
hand.
second too late. He spams that any earlier, bro. He gets that kill on nature, or at least a lot of damage, bro.
In the past, now trying to create that chaos. SRB carefully crossing over, using their Viper's wall to stop that line of sight. But
Good
as
shot,
it comes
Vita.
down, the dominoes come crashing down. Vita with the pick.
Payne goes down.
Will not
Vita goes
take
down.
this laying down.
They're going into
But
B.
This does pave the way for a B plant if this player can get out safely, which thanks
Payne's
to that
flanking,
smoke,
but there's
they
a
will. The
Viper ult
Viper's
up,
pit
and he's
will
probably gonna get hit by
reinforce.
this trip.
Payne has no omen smokes
Unless
right
he's the
now either, so
goat.
he can't smoke himself out to try to flank towards that
Good
front
kill.
B site. So the other two
Wait,
have to start
smoke dying
activating a
clears
little
up the
more. And
trip.
actually, with smoke
Everybody
falling,
plays in the
that
pit, but
gives
like,
a window. Look at the lurk coming out from Payne. They're
Let's
gonna
get
try
going,
to
bro.
find this time in a move with the Vice ult to flip
Oh,
back
we have
inside
ult
this
too.
pit.
I like that.
Just gonna have
Only
to
annoying
stick
thing
it
is that
through.
Welly is an op coming into this.
They will
Oh, and they have
stand
shorties.
united,
They have
and then They will
shorties.
fall together as well. Anything off the Haunt, Paranoia, SRB being shaken. Let's see if their
Xander gets
shell
one.
can maintain. The shot could up close. You can't
Wait, Payne?
defuse in front of them, but Payne will paint the
NT,
walls, but
bro.
at 5
NT, bro.
HP, Exa will just be better. And that
What's
was
up,
so
teams?
scary.
How we feeling,
They
bro?
were able to turtle up like that and still defend.
At the end of the day, the scoreline, I think, unfortunately, doesn't give justice as to how good SAD is playing this defensive line. They're doing such a great job to contest SRB at the very beginning of these rounds, but in the post-plant scenarios, it's tough for them to retake in the end. Look at how they actually went for the Vice ult and then tried to flit in, but then all 3 players of SRB held up on the top of heaven because nobody was able to rotate on that side from the top of CT to really move into a B spot. So SRB had 3 players inside.
I swear Zaj is a different name every time he plays. No, this what's it called? He's been Zaj Jeller's whole playoffs.
And now, yeah, they're changing the tempo. Look at that from Vita. A nice little attempt, but he gets swatted out from midair right away.
And the spacing too, to almost predict that this was going to happen, knowing the showstopper could have been a play, and even then, desperation from SAD. As Xander has something else up their sleeve. So that won't be the only opportunity SAD go
Good
for,
call.
but jumping out, SAD lagging. What a
NT.
paranoia too, thrown out.
All right,
SAD
bro.
tried to hinder
2v4.
SRB.
Show me some.
thinking they had a sense of
Show me
safety to
some
leave
magic,
after
bro.
that pick.
Show me some
but
magic. I want some
only
magic,
Satellite
man.
falls in SRB.
Brady's saw some
might
magic
be
with
confirmed
Welly's already,
another
and
round.
they're gonna go into
Yeah, this is the
birthday.
first time now for me, and at least in my eyes, that I see SRB taking a little bit of a step ahead into the
Oh,
conditioning
good. We can still get the magic.
of what Sad Esports
Listen,
is
listen.
trying to do here on
Look.
their eco. Because
Clear
they've
out
been
Xander.
opening consistently here,
Bang.
Smoke and Exit towards the A side.
I guess
You
don't look
saw
at
here that
Xander.
Vito was trying to go for
I
that
guess
trap
knife
play.
out
At
into
least
the
trying
smoke.
to catch them off guard by going for the solo play.
All good.
To Satchel right into the rocks.
All
to try to
good.
Get a kill at the entrance, sorry, of the A main. But instead, they waited out towards the spawn. They get the punished, and then they fight back here and take full control of the A Rebel side. So, yeah, SRB 8-1 scoreline. You're starting to see also the reason why SRB are unstoppable here on this very map, because every single thing that they're coming out with in terms of their attack side has always been very good on Lotus.
And I mean, just last night we witnessed SRB winning this map 13-1. They've closed out a lot of these pivotal lower bracket series on Lotus. And Smoke, he's here to play. And it's taken a lot out of Sad Arsenal to make this guy sweat. You can see it in his cams. I mean, this guy's not even blinking. SRB very comfortable at how they're not only able to absorb Sad's pressure,
Yeah,
but
no, I just don't see the
to
young.
enact
I don't
their
see the
own
young Austin
script.
thing.
Paranoia
Bro,
out,
Paint barely got
Paint
blinded, bro. I
will
swear.
teleport out as well.
He got hit by, like,
Device
the edge of the
will create
blind.
Even more delay on this side of the map.
Like he stepped into
Smoke
it a
will
little
try
bit.
to open up opportunities on the other side. See how SRB
Oh, he pulled it back in.
try
Get
and
broken.
trigger this
W guy.
wall
W
if they
guy.
can do so safely.
Yeah, that's the name right now from SRB side. Are they going to try to call to bait the wall here on that C side, because they're adding a little bit more for Sad Esports to turn it all up here, expecting that an SRB is going to finish over on C. But after this, Prowler is going to come up towards that front B main line. Then maybe you could start seeing that that wall getting baited out.
Yeah, thankfully you have Smoke at B, so you're
So
not
much
going to get
util, I just pushed
backstabbed.
that out.
Not this time. And
Finally get that
using the
smoke.
Xander ult to be really close with
Wait,
the site.
where's
He's gotta
Xander?
stick it.
Wait, aim for
and
one?
SRB flood in
Oh, only-
behind him. And it takes an army to take down Sad.
Bro, I'm
There's
always
still
thinking,
another
oh, we finna get
C
more.
plant. Sad
Vita,
on
I
the
need
other
you to have
side
your
of
gun
Vita
out.
with
I
a
don't care about the nade.
showstopper, waiting
Forget
for these
canceling the
pieces
flank.
to get
Okay,
in
never mind.
position.
It's fine.
Welly
It's
is
fine.
still on his way, and Vita doesn't want to waste
Good
any
old kill.
time after hearing the plant.
Nice, good
They're
clear.
in the back line.
2v2.
Hits.
Nice, good
Sad
kill.
advance.
Last
Will
guy.
even do
Bro,
so
he's an
with
op.
Pain getting a double
He's an
kill.
op, and it's not a good
SRB
spot for him.
plays
We're good,
all
bro.
up to the lurk, and the
Oh my
defuse is just gonna go
gosh,
through
bro.
from his eyes, and
Wait,
the
hello?
shot needs to happen here and now, and he gets it done.
Yo,
But
yo,
Sad
yo,
have
I'm sick.
time now
I'm
that the
actually-
defuse is halfway.
Yo, I'm actually
That came
disgusted,
down to
bro.
the wire.
That was so close. Payne almost fell asleep at the wheel as well, because that barrel
Dog,
of
I
the
thought they
door
threw
was
that.
showing
Oh
out
my gosh.
when Smoke was moving up towards that ramp, yet he never reacted to it. But thankfully was able to trade that towards the end to get the defuse. But that becomes a nice retake in the end for Sad Esports, because for me, it looked like there was a little bit of a misclimb from SRB when they were executing towards that C side. Usually you want to mask the
Bro, the smoke
EP
guy's scary,
through
bro.
the Nightfall, yet somehow Xander still sticks it and still gets a pick before they overtake the site. But as you said,
I actually hate that he
Vito
almost
wanted
pulled
to be a
that
little
out,
bit more
too.
quicker because he found the timing. Gets a couple of openers.
Listen,
with
bro,
Pain
2-8
on the flood
isn't
back,
bad.
which allows you
Just give me, like, 2 more.
So I like that.
2 more rounds, and this isn't
Xander
even
with
like
close teleports to just kind of act as
unwinnable.
a
You know what I mean?
pseudo-duelist. Take that space quickly. Boombot revealing how close SRB are. On top, the orb tap. And of course, you're going to have Zaj that can call out if B will be the commit. He has a judge to try and suppress that. Satellite will be on his way. And
Zaj.
Zaj is an unfamiliar
Listen,
neighbor.
I'll take the one.
Dresses
I'll take the one.
trouble
I'll take the
that
one.
in time, but the
Listen,
showstopper,
smoke
nothing
gone.
the judge can do against
Let's win this
that.
4v4,
A
bro.
quick plant.
Yeah, why is
Viper's
X still
pit from
alive?
Pain
Why is
at
X still
C
towards
will not have value this
towards
time.
Rebel
2
here?
versus
That's not
2
good.
as the door opens. Pain unleashes the paranoia of nature. Quicker to the trigger, as quick as lightning. As SRB's post plant, will it maintain? They have the man
Blind comes
advantage.
through, doesn't hit anything at all.
Paranoia just to try and disrupt, but you,
One,
SRB,
two.
look as focused as ever.
1v3,
Welly
man.
steps into the arena in the midst of 3 players on the perimeter. And he still has to discover where they are, even
Whatever.
with the isolation. Xander's shooting a lot of bodies. He is heating up.
I mean, he's been heating up this whole tournament as well. In the last victories that SRB has gotten since this lower bracket, Xander has always been at the top of the scoreboard. So yeah, as much as we're praising how good Smoke and Exa is, for example, for SRB, Xander has sort of gone under the radar in terms of players to talk about when we're prefacing these matches, right? We always talk about the big ops and like the entries that young fraggers could have, but the experience here that Xander brings to the table in these playoff moments has always been such a huge X factor for SRB in this stage number 3. So yeah, currently at 17-4, almost a nice little pick. Well, actually, he did hit him full. His
Wait, he
Zad
hit
only has 10
Zaj?
HP remaining, so at least they have the information that Smoke is leading towards
whatever.
that C site first. That could allow potentially Sad to take a little bit more space towards A instead and punish Exa. But yeah, this is a tough round for Sad to take, right? Despite them winning that round in round number 10, they lose this one here to back on an eco because their money wasn't great.
Bro.
After spotting Smoke, they thought it was another 4-1. Sad started rotating it to A, and this completely left Zaj and friends out to dry when they already took so much damage. Now the Nightfall, I mean, Nature's fighting his own demons over here, and he is winning, sending Sad 6 feet under, basically on his own.
We knew this would happen, bro.
3K.
It's calm.
But Sad
First map of
only
a best of
has
5,
paint
bro.
left,
SR
and
at the
ends up
advantage. You
being
know what I
a
mean?
Flawless and a 10-2 half, basically flawless there too.
Definitely seeing SRB being a lot cleaner here in the last couple of rounds as well. Where I was mentioning before, the scoreline didn't really give
Am I trolling?
any real justice
Am I dumb?
into
Wait.
the gameplay so far of that.
Why does
first half.
SR have...
It was those
Wait,
retakes
what?
attempted by Sad that didn't really pay out in their favor when they were trying to fight the defensive side. Hopefully they have a better chance here on the attack, but SRB, they're well primed here to close out this first map. Again, looking at the BO5, Lotus being picked by SRB was basically going to be...
Is it because they were higher seed coming into playoffs?
Matchup from the outside in.
Why do they have team...
For the first map to kick things off
What?
BO5, but I think later on, once
Am I confused?
that third map, fourth map potentially, that's where as Sad for me could probably bring this back and maybe push this into a 5-mapper.
The conditioning that SRB have been doing off of
What is it, a
Smoke
quick...
is really caught Sad for a loop. The Prowler took a bite out of someone to seize to force Sad back. We're happy to just know that the Fade is in the middle of the map.
I'm confused why...
Getting eyes now. Payne is looking to see what are the numbers on the right side of the map. What is looking like the best opportunity here for Sad, as this is a must-win pistol. Or we might as well just think about map 2.
And so far, though, I'm liking how Sad is moving around the map, too. Audio cues, baiting the noise, trying to see if players are going to peek out. They could trade off each other right away. They're looking for, like, even Vice flashes as they open up the door to see if they could contest onto Mound. Have that insert of the alert from Payne that opens up a first blood once again for a Sad Esports against SRB. And look at that, it forces to rotate out from Xander. That gives a chance now for Sad to open up the C site, freely take it, and force a flood retake from SRB, or a forced retake in the end.
Xander has nothing in his arsenal. He's just gonna face this head on, and Satellite is smoked off. They couldn't even be a duo. Xander goes 1 for 1.
Yo, 4v3?
It's not too bad. Nature will trickle in as well. At the end, SRB regroup, but Sad haven't planted. Maybe SRB can prevent this. They are low. They're gonna force the issue,
kill.
and Vita is an issue.
Nice, good job.
3.
Good pistol, good pistol,
Payne
good
with
pistol,
the
good
other
pistol.
2. Sad against all odds. They will get the pistol.
Great pistol round for Sad in the end, but somehow I'm quite surprised of how long Xander stayed alive on the top of that pillar. He finds his timing by walking through on top of the ramp. Nobody's checking his spots, and because of that single position, he could actually call here for his team that nobody's pushing out towards spawn, so the others could actually knife out, start rotating a little bit more quickly, so that they could actually try to catch Sad Esports off guard. But unfortunately, Xander couldn't get more than 1, which still gives Sad a huge player's advantage on that pulse plant, and allowed for them to sub the crossfire and the victory in the end for Sad to potentially, hopefully, come back here in the second half with a great start on
Vita
the
gets
pistol.
pinged out.
The buy in the second round is actually very costly. An outlaw, a vandal, trying to get their early round pressure against SRB, but SRB are not showing their hand here of where their stack could potentially be on this map.
Xander's fearless. I mean, 2 Prowlers sent his way, and he was still jump peeking, and a bulk of Welly's kills have been on this Guardian. That B-Link play was a huge round for Sad, and it forced SRB to have to adjust their game plan.
Okay, so you're dead. It's okay, though.
But Smoke
It's okay. It's okay. Listen, we lose one guy.
Payne removed
Oh,
from the
he didn't see the amount of guys over there. It's okay. It's okay. We're still gonna go see though. We're still gonna go to see though. We're gonna go now.
Or even Payne.
Yeah.
But doing so carefully.
Flash.
Nade.
Xander. Smoke.
Relentless. He's gonna stick to it. He's smoked off.
Plants.
Seeing Smoke has open sight lines to try and see if he can catch someone
Good kill.
crossing, but Vito will best him with the outlaw.
Tag onto Xander as
SRB
well.
had equal numbers until this point. If they can get close enough, maybe the classics at a right-click range could be impactful. But SAD are going to make sure that they are not going to be at arm's reach. Oh, the double shot. Vita gets another with the outlaw. SRB are just going to run head first.
Yeah, let's make sure we keep this.
The offense because time is of the essence.
Hello.
And SAD will still bring.
I didn't even get to finish my sentence. Keep it clean.
Incredible round by Vita.
Get out with 2 guys
despite
alive.
the
Whatever.
input from SRB.
Whatever.
They
About the
still
score
did
I
a great
expected
job
coming
making
in.
sure
No hate
here
to
that
SAD.
Esports doesn't lose that many bodies.
Andre, are you hating on
into
SAD?
the close
Is
fight
that what
on
it- is that what I'm
season.
hearing?
Of course, Satellite gets that double kill
You're hating
at
on
the
SAD?
end. But look at that. Just getting that first little sliver of a line for that.
Also, listen, this is
Satchels up on that C boxes was quite nice. You force SAD Esports to use a lot of.
this isn't a good matchup
Got the first pick
on
without
this
really
map.
spotting the other players on the A side line.
And also, this is a
show
new
you that
comp for
SAD
SAD.
Esports
You know, they're
is
trying
still,
something else. Because last time
making
they played
they're
SR, they
not
lost this
reliant
map like
across the pace
13-6,
here
bro.
where executing and
Listen,
scaling up here on the lanes of the map.
the rest of the series is where it really matters, bro.
Smoke making sure to get an outlaw to contest the other sniper. But not doing so on the angle you would have expected Smoke to initially hold.
But
Gonna
don't think they're
The majority of
gonna.
SRB address the
I don't think they're just
fight
giving
that
this
has
one at.
always gone pretty back and forth.
Look, Nature's 10 HP already, bro.
It's already tagged up down to
Come on,
10
bro.
HP, so they have to play safer. Maybe blood in the water. That's sad. Can sense and move forward with trying
gets
to get
open,
into
dog comes
tree.
through.
The prowler, the pillars are getting into position. Nature will watch the entry.
Yeah, we have 4
Xander
dudes and
takes
freaking
to
1
the
guy rebel.
staircase. SRB on the
Okay, so we lost Vita.
approach.
Okay, so we lost Pain.
Xander from
Okay,
the
so
staircase will trip up
Pain's gonna win the
SAD
round.
on
Look, good kill.
progression.
Right,
They
and then
get a
this guy comes out,
plant.
drop.
And this is big. SAD needed to maintain this momentum. You can't afford any rounds against SRB.
Wait, he can't even come out,
There's such
drop.
a gap in the
Oh,
score.
good kills. Wait,
And
I low-key
Zaj
forgot Zaj
is
was
on
alive.
fire.
I forgot Zaj was alive.
Try and get SAD
Bang!
to a comfortable position.
3v1.
They calm down. They stay composed, and SAD retaliate to get a plant down.
Spike planted.
1v3 is going to be hard against Smoke though. For Smoke to take actually.
One. Oh.
Come
Second shot
on.
missing, but also Zaj
What's
didn't
up?
even
What's up,
headshot
Lovesick?
that
What's up,
round,
Lovesick?
So the armor was still good enough.
Bro, that's a bonus.
Sad though, I like that when they get
It's a bonus,
pressed,
yo.
They don't panic too much, and Welly has talked in interviews in the past that sometimes the majority of the timeouts are about
Oh, bro, I saw this
managing the
interview.
emotions and
Dude.
talking to their head coach to get everything, the panic under control. Because Valorant a lot of times is about confidence and not hesitating.
Bro, I was
And
waiting for the
SRB 's
Timatino
not
stream to
gonna
see if
give
he was
those
gonna
windows
do the
to
push-ups
hesitate
on
in.
stream.
So, Sad get that round, but it always costs him a lot.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of tilted that he
Nice to
didn't
see that
stream
Xander still has
stream
a
after the
very
games
deep
today.
pocket in his backpack, because that was a beautiful 2-piece that he's gotten. He tried to go for a punish early this round for SAD Esports as they were trying to get more control on the defensive
All right, let's keep it
side.
going, baby.
Such a risk, so aggressive for SRB. I mean, to go and grab that orb in front of SAD, there was so much trust in Smoke. But it all goes up in smoke at this point. SAD step forth into tree, Boombot, see if Satellite and Smoke can work together. But hey, Smoke is kind of being a
Listen,
nuisance. SAD
listen,
will
forget
have to
about
address
what
it
Smoke just
at
did.
some point.
We're still up
Not knowing
4v3.
what other defender could be there. It just goes flying. Xander's
Love it.
on the flank. SAD can ignore that for now. They got a plant.
Good jumping, good jumping. Well, you've been watching a lot of 100 Thieves,
Will no
bro.
longer be part of that tango.
Spike planted.
SAD still have 3 left.
That's so unlucky too, because that technically in any other day for Satellite, that's an easy 2-piece because nobody expected him on the site. He had free range, free crosshair placement on the 2 players swinging out, not ready, not clearing with their angles. Yet unfortunately, he whiffs a couple of shots, which puts Xander in a tough position here in a 1 versus 3. That could have been a 1 versus 1, for example, if Satellite did land those 2 shots with the Sheriffs. So it would have been an important round for us.
Played Deadlock and I'm terrible, but I want to keep playing.
Man, the way that he's moving around that
Dude.
map, playing with a lot of confidence.
I'm
Look
not
at
gonna
this
lie,
right
it wasn't
play.
like that for me.
Making sure here that he
I
gets
got
his
on Deadlock,
showstopper confirmed for the
and I
next
was
round.
bad, and
He
I
had,
didn't
of
want to
course,
play.
a super
Because I
important
didn't
timeout
have any
coming up
interest
as
in any of the
Money's finally
characters.
right for the side of
And then I
SRB
started playing
after
Paige,
losing their
and I thought the
bonus
game was
as well,
like
or their
chill.
buy round
But
against
I have
SAD
like
Esports
I don't
bonus
have
as
a lot of
well.
interest in
So
grinding the game,
tables
so I
have
don't really
turned this
play.
time around where SAD Esports has good control here of the attack side. But look at the investment that that SRB brings in for this round. An Odin, an Op, and also Xander. Again, I talked about a deep backpack, didn't talk about his KDA, currently now at 21-10 after the pick on that last round. So super.
Also, Entre, look at Discord DMs.
That star player of Smoke to lock down the lane so far. If you're looking at it, at least from this timeout, Lemon Kiwi, there's potentially like, okay, maybe he's going to place a TP, they break the door, and he has a line to fight towards Rubble, or he goes for the TP and that
Watching challengers while Norway versus England is in 20 minutes.
So
Bro. I was talking about this yesterday, bro. I was like, dog, I'm missing like every quarterfinals game, and I get to watch Argentina versus Switzerland.
Just to play a simple, like a 1-1-2-2 and really fight in front of this B site.
The timeouts from SRB have always been valuable. I think about the Haven map against NRG. SRB were down 0-7 in the first half. We're able to still make a 7-5 half after that timeout. Even the second timeout near the end of the series, forcing overtime, they got a thrifty after the timeout. Like, SRB, this is their lock-in moment. But you also don't want to face... You don't want to look Vita right in the face with a showstopper.
Only get to see the worst match? Exactly. You know how tilted I am? I want to watch this game so bad. Bro, and I don't even have a third monitor. Bro, I have a third monitor in my closet. I thought about delaying stream so I could set it up just so I could watch the game. I'm so serious. I thought about it.
But now they're surrounded and conquered. As sad, dislodged. SRB
4v2?
in this power position, 2 left.
One don't even matter. You know why? Because look we got drop. Oh yeah!
You missed it. What a reposition
Swing!
from Welly. Catches SRB.
Set it up between maps. You're so right. You're so right.
The hopes of Satellite to take this round to stop the streak. is starting to dim.
That was such a well-drafted round for both of the teams. I have to tip my hat off for the opening for both.
Bro, but my mic arm's gonna be in the way.
To make sure that
How do I even get this set up?
Just solely focus on.
Do I even have an HDMI cable? This is a good question. These are good questions to be asking.
He didn't go for the shot. Now
Hold on. I'm turning off my camera real quick. Hold on, I need to look.
From Vita. What does Vita do? He doesn't.
Wait, I actually need to see if I have an HDMI cable or not.
To get the showstopper baited out.
Oh, I have all the cables in here.
Takes control of the A main side towards that back side of the A side, so they keep the 2 players of SRB contained inside.
Oh wait, no, that's the power
open the
cable.
door and just crunch it on both sides, and then easily overtake the site after in numbers, leaving.
I'm also forgetting just how big this monitor is.
You have no choice but to save the weapon, and now you're seeing 5 unanswered rounds from Sad going into the next round.
Oh my gosh!
We thought that this was going to be a done deal for SRB with how dominant things have been looking for Shopify on the attack side in the first half. But man, Sad Esports, they're currently building.
Yo, bro, this monitor is massive. I keep forgetting this is a 27-inch.
Just to do your homework, that
bro, but I don't think it's gonna fit like where I want it to go on my desk.
And Sad knew that not just
oh my gosh
to his barrel to find a way.
Listen, forget this round. We're gonna win anyways. I'm trying to see if I can watch the England match on my third monitor or not.
Do a lot of damage, but he is hit by the nightfall, so he's a bit worried about being overwhelmed, maybe smoked off.
Nah.
They have both a paranoid.
Yeah, no, this isn't gonna work out, bro. I don't think this is gonna work out, bro. Oh my gosh.
In this moment, we're able to cause panic in SRB, evaluate their options. There are no lurks.
Bro, I'd have to move my whole PC. We're cooked.
And
we're cooked.
Showstopper preemptively comes out. A bit impatient from Satellite. He's gonna just take height and still get value.
Yeah, okay, we're good, right? We're good, right?
Trade it out. Sad may be inspired to hit C after all.
I don't know. If they're not forgotten Sander, there we go. That's gonna make things a little bit more easier.
Still getting value.
Okay.
The judge taken out of his hands.
3v3, but we're still calm. Keep it calm. Keep it calm.
If Xander continued, playmaker as usual, equal numbers.
Nature backside with the stinger. Waiting for his team.
Really
Molly comes through, but it misses. Gets to isolate the fight on Zaj. We're okay, though. Good kill, Paint. 2v2? Nice, Paint! Oh my gosh, 2v1? But it's the smoke guy, bro. And there's not a lot of health to go around. I like this. I like this, Paint.
Teleport's ready.
This is tough. Smoke and a lone wolf yet again.
Oh my gosh, wait.
And just waits for the moment.
No!
And now Paint exposes his position.
No!
What a flick from Smoke!
Dude, I'm so tilted. I'm so tilted.
patient on the 1 versus 2. Even waited the 15 seconds before the smoke dissipates here from Paint to get that flick on that
Smoke is actually so disgusting. I wish Paint took the timing, but I understand why he didn't just insta-swing. But I really wish he just took that timing because he gets the kill on Smoke, bro.
But also before that, you also have to tip it once again to Xander. A judge solo with an Omen smoke. Look at the amount of util that he wasted out from Sad Esports on their first wave. From 1 ult to Paint Shell C's to Razor Vines to everything going out here on that hit attempt from Sad Esports was all dwindled down, which gave a chance for SRB to make things happen, to make magic happen on a retake, because Sad didn't have enough.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I low-key think I'm gonna do that. After stream, I'm gonna shift my monitors over, I'm gonna turn my PC, and I'm gonna get my 3rd monitor set up, bro.
Falls from a spam through smoke.
Speaking of Smoke too, he got down to 0 with the op. This is gonna be a solo threat on that side, allowing SRB
That's the plan. That's the plan.
able to group up on the other 2 sites, still standing.
Rip England game.
Nature with a
Listen, I might have to not read chat for a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
Gonna let Sad have it. The retake has been strong for SRB, but Vita, he's just better, and he's duels against Satellite. He's been on top. 33 HP. It's gonna happen.
Wait, what if I put it vertical? Hold on, I have a vision. I have a different vision now. Hold on. Hold on, I have a different vision. We'll do it after this map. Let me see if we can get this comeback going or not.
And they have an op trying to retake. Like, this is gonna be tough. But if Sad,
you see SRN got benched from EGGC? I did, bro. Dude.
That's the only thing. Just look for exit kills, because look at the position from Smoke.
Whatever.
They already lost full control of the site with the first 2 players trying to anchor up in the first play from exit and Satellite, that they already felt that it was a done deal, that they couldn't retake on a 3 versus 5 on that B side. So yes, good at least for Nature to get 1 pop of the over.
Apparently it was an attitude issue. Yeah, I saw that. Bro.
What Sad Esports was trying to do.
I don't know. SRN's a very good player, but if it's like out of game stuff, then you know.
Allows for him to be 1 orb away of getting a showstopper in the next. So yes, sacrifice that, get the orb. The best you could have is maybe a kill on top of that and stay alive in the next round. But imagine for 2027
a team with no Paint, Verdi, DG, Zen, and Floor. Who's IGL in that team? Who's playing? Okay, I guess we can play. No. Who's playing Duelist?
If you're not calling a timeout, I'm assuming right now that they understand the win con for Sad Esports on this round, so they are looking for that. Look at,
isn't that for Duelist? No.
So they
listen, you can have Paint. You can have Paint be your flex player. It's just you have 3 more Duelists.
Well. And then also
Brady was IGLing for ENC, so he's IGL now. I don't want to see that ever again. I'm not gonna lie. Wait, didn't they qual though? Hold on. They might be onto something. Never mind. Hold on.
Hilariously enough, there's only been 3 defensive round wins this whole map. 2 from Sad, 1 from SRB.
Ult comes through.
Have been so
Xander dodges it.
As Vita kind of plays with his food there, he'll still send Paint forward.
Hey, what are you blinded? No, it's fine. It's fine.
Sad have made enough space.
Maybe he thought Xander was in that corner, and that's where he TP2, but yeah, they have 4 guys CT. Listen, I don't want to see anybody swing in this up, okay? No, I'm actually tilted if we do.
Smoke won't be easy.
Keep it chill, man. We already used our blind too. I'm actually kind of sick about that.
SRB flood in. Here's the blitz.
Cancel his molly. Xander for 3? Stop it!
Xander almost getting an ace. And Pain will be the last victim.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yes! Oh my gosh! Dude.
That is so sad.
Dude.
Xander did everything that he could in that round. Baiting out the showstopper again.
How did Pain win that? The tiniest margin. The smallest amount of time.
So good with the operator.
No. Hold on. SR pop another timeout. Oh, baby. There's something happening here.
I'm sure he should have probably let go. He probably still had a lot of time to defuse because he's already at half, but just felt that he was already close to defusing anyways. But then unfortunately loses that, and that allows here for Sad to come back in the game. Because after that win, look at the economy for SRB right now. It is in shambles. The best they could do is have a sheriff round and try to draft something up from this timeout. But also just to make sure that they could close out the last 2 after that, understanding how Sad Esports, or trying to understand how Sad Esports are currently opening up these rounds.
Both timeouts now gone for SRB. A 10-2 lead that is almost evaporated at this point. And those 2 timeouts coming in.
Yeah, this was 10-2, by the way. This was 10-2, by the way. Don't forget. Don't forget, this was 10-2, bro.
From smoke that you could argue anybody else would have lost. Like, it took a pretty insane flick from smoke. Watch that. By the skin of their teeth, SRB are holding on. And yeah,
it fits on the
like the job
it fits on the desk.
Done, but Pain.
Hold on, there's something happening here.
So resilient in that moment, and a second too late would have been an SRB win and match point.
Unlucky too. It was a
hold on.
Just dissipated.
Something inspirational is happening here. Hold on.
It's definitely a little bit of a draft to try to at least trap into the seaside control. Where SAD Esports, they understand there's got to be a stack. There's got to be some aggression coming out somewhere. So they're going to try to hold it back for a bit. Try to bait out Util. And they've already baited out the attempt of the trap by just throwing 1 C's in the front of that mound. And now also capitalize.
You cannot put World Cup game on that. They can see it. Wait, can they see this?
It's a good start.
No! Wait, hold on. I gotta like turn it.
Sad. No shot.
Can you still see the monitor?
From the SRB defense.
Cover going out.
I have it like vertical, bro. I'm just gonna put it at like the top of the monitor.
On these lower buys.
Bro, they finna kill me on YouTube, bro.
Forced overtime against NRG yesterday, so some significant damage done to Xander. Sad, happy to try press the issue after grabbing the orb. If they can get the Viper's Pit online, I mean, that would be the guarantee.
Okay, now the next issue. I don't know where I have an HDMI cable.
Xander lacking. You could you clean up the kill. SRB retake. It's been successful.
And I don't think I have another display port. Wait, I should have another display port actually. I'll figure it out. Let's watch this map to its conclusion first.
It was again a little attempt from.
Now that I realized I can get this on the table.
Top fragger for SRB to just hold his final stand on that.
Also, hope that nothing in that closet cracked the monitor or anything like that.
SAD Esports to overtake the C site. Now, Satellite, the best you could do here is look.
Listen, Satellite isn't a 1v4, bro.
Look at the economy on the side of SAD Esports as well. Try to keep it low as possible. Try to continue to force these rebuys, which could continue to increase the percentage here of SRB being able to close out their first map. But man, SAD Esports are only 1 round away of being able to tie things up.
Also, bro,
you know, after that timeout, it's going to be another heavy investment round from SRB.
Yo, Cad, you got a sight for me, bro?
To make sure that they lock down all their win cons, which is why now Smoke continues with the operator. Small shields. Another scenario that if they lose this round here, they're back into another eco. A huge important round needed to be drafted up here by Odorous and by Effies, and you see it right now. The trip is at a different spot. The TP is looking for a front B main line so it can TP and support on that C side line as well, and Exa if needed to have.
Okay, Smoke's back on and off now. Everybody has guns.
Combine here.
Omen ults, Viper ults.
Kind of like a pit and vice wall so that he can keep the C side locked up.
Funny enough, like SRB, last time they went to Lotus against SAD, it was an 8-4 defense for SRB. That was their stronger side. And 5 of those 8 rounds were off of good retakes from SRB. So the fact that this has just been impossible shows that SAD have really done the homework to patch up their previous issues. And to stay composed in such a high stakes match, to come back from 10-2. So insane to say about SAD.
Nade comes through, Satellite's off site.
Not getting the orb for the nightfall, thinking they don't need it. Boom,
nice, Nature's gone.
So much resistance out of
Ult comes through.
but not the kills. That's what they need.
Satellite solo on site. Nice, good kill. Xander Evan.
To trade. And Smoke
3v3.
There's no extensions. There's no shenanigans or desperation from
Wait, I like this. Paint, just take the timing. I promise you you're okay.
For the op to try and pierce through that. No paranoia to
wait, Welly's... no, Pain was in there by himself. I just realized, I was like, wait, Welly's gone.
The pit comes crashing down. This is SRB hoping to get to match point after forcing such a marathon out of a map.
Bro, and we're not even in tree.
Be a sprint.
Nice, good spam. Nice. Last guy, last guy. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't realize it was landing on the box. I thought it was somewhere else. Good jump. Yes! Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Smoke to clutch again.
Yeah, actually that smoke was unintentional. That was supposed to block out the whole vision as they're trying to flood back into the A site for Xander and company of SRB when he was playing so solidly for this whole game so far for Xander. That gap gave a chance, the opener for the enemies to see who was swinging across. Look how it becomes easy for Paint and Welly to get that line, to get that spray through the boxes as well for that pick, not even allowing here SRB to get the spike at half. And I thought it was going to be a very hard retake already for SRB when they had to play a 3 versus 3 retake with no util left because they were trying to use it to stall on the A side. Yen Xander almost made it possible until his own smoke, unfortunately, was the demise of SRB also in that round, allowing Sad Esports to tie up the game, again forcing SRB into...
Yo, Ponziniac, thanks for the follow. Appreciate you. I'm heading out to watch the game now with people. Have a good stream to him. Bye, Cadaver. What is this match? I have no clue, bro. Dude, it's 11-11 now, bro. I don't know how we're pulling out some of these rounds, but we are, bro.
But Vita, make sure to cross that finish line for his team and watches the angle. Exa hoping to cut them off. SRB staggered from each other, but with the weapons that they have, they're gonna do their best.
Satellite's down low. Nice. Oh my gosh, kill Xander. Yes! Oh my gosh, Satellite's 30 HP, bro. Nice! They're in the lead!
This second half, Assad have officially taken the lead.
And that was something that was a preface.
Everybody lock in right now. Everybody lock in right now.
Well, not only recently taking the mantle of IGLing a team like Sad Esports, but also having moments where he's able to pop the hell off in a lot of the matches for Sad Esports throughout their
Dude, what is this, bro? This is a 10-2 half into SR only getting 1 defense round. If this doesn't go OT, this is a nasty choke to open the series. This is a nasty choke to open the series, genuinely.
Surprise here, Sad Esports on the post plant positions. That said, boils down to the last round of regulation. A fight and finally some aggressive control to try to take a main. But look at that. They just stay back inside the smoke for Sad Esports, just waiting to cut noise and contact back into the A line.
For Sad to potentially take one of SRB's best maps out of their pool, in a way, in the most hilarious way possible, where we could be in for a long series.
Oh my gosh.
Vita
Welcomes through.
Jumps in the midst of the action.
Doesn't hit. Oh my gosh, Vita, you are so... Vita!
So close.
Wait, Nature for 2.
HP. Vita has a guardian angel.
Nature gets spammed, but he's not dead yet.
Will rain on the Sad parade, and they will progress. Spam Vita. Zaj cannot afford to take another bullet, and Xander will still hold strong on the other side with a shotgun, hoping to punish any overextensions.
Nice, Welly. Ult.
The planter is alone. Welly will try to help with a late nightfall.
Nice. Wait, 1v2. Welly's 30 HP though, bro. Xander's not super healthy either.
Maybe a second round.
Does he clear this though?
Welly.
Oh, he's not going into tree. He's getting held by smoke with an op, bro. Smoke doesn't miss, man. And even if he does, Xander's ready.
An open angle. The way that
Wait,
pathing here could be.
Is Smoke gonna be okay? Okay, he's looking. NC.
He does.
NC.
Great idea. Overtime for map 1.
Yeah, well, he's just looking to get stats here in the last few seconds, because even if he gets the kill, there's 10 seconds left. No way to move into the plant and secure the round for Sad Esports. But securing the round was definitely on Nature and Xander on that round. Somehow the showstopper not getting a kill onto Vita, yet somehow he stays alive on the site, and he almost overtook it. Xander had to be the final stand once again. In the back into a drop where he was already spotted out. 2 players trying to swing out against him. He does some pop damage through the smoke. And now, even before we get into OT, he's at 30 kills. Who is this guy?
Has to go right there. This is overtime. This is where the pressure is on. And these are moments that SRB can have some mistakes exposed. They're back on their attacking side. This is the 10-2 half that SRB created. Both these teams much stronger on their attacks. It's going to come down to not if the swords can clash, but if the shields, the defenses will be stronger. Oh, a big play from Sad. Paranoia and the Prowlers will force Sad back, not able to follow through on Paint's setup. SRB will scatter. In case Vita will just double satchel at them, because Vita's kind of known to be in your face sometimes. And SRB stuck in spawn.
So a lot of time though. There's a minute left right now. So the 2 players inserting up on the SRB side, going back into trying to force the hand of the players of Sad Esports to stay towards A, and then they could re-hit towards that C site. But now it's all question marks. Can Exa get this pick? onto Zaj in the back of spawn.
To be a Hail Mary.
Nice, good kill, Zaj.
Oh, what a crouch.
What?
Smoke
He's like behind the corner already,
on
man.
his own,
Dude,
and
Smoke
here
is just like
comes
so like
SRB
quick with
to
stuff like
plant
that, bro.
the
I hate
cutoff
this
here,
guy.
breakable door.
Oh, they're gonna
Timing
fast break
is
this door.
everything. You hear
It's
the
fine, we're not
lock,
gonna
you
get
hear
caught.
The door open. The window of opportunity gone. Sad will emerge. Maybe a chance for Xander
Wait,
to be the hero
wait.
once more.
Vita!
Patiently at the trigger, but Vita
Wait.
is
He hit the boom bots! No, he still died.
Oh my
It's okay, good
God,
kill.
the shots. It's all
2v1, just take your time, take your time, take your time.
15 seconds. Is he gonna go for kills? Does he go for the plant? He's not safe. Not with that face.
Nice!
And the shot does not connect. And sad kick off our overtime.
Vita with his satchels has been impressing me this game. And for him to get the timing to just move in and weave through a closing door like his Indiana Jones trying to escape the boulder in the end, he still gets a two-piece into tree and saves that round for Sad. And even the boom bot, I think that he threw, saved him from the shot from Smoke just to delay a little bit more until finally they closed it out on a 2 versus 1 for Sad Esports. But man of the hour again for SRB for me was Xander. A nice pick there onto the rubble side, getting the flash so that Smoke could actually win that fight against Vita despite the op shot missing. And unfortunately, just not enough. And once again, it's Sad Esports at map point. SRB already coming out with their timeout because of course you need it because you're trying to force the second OT if possible, because that just shattered your momentum with what they just did in round number 24.
And to do it on defense. That was also a side that Sad struggled on. They only took 2 rounds there, and it took a timeout for them to really fully craft out that plan. Now SRB, their whole map lives depend on their worst side flourishing. And I mean, the clutch factor has been next level for both these teams. Vita
X is choking
versus
hard.
Xander.
Dude.
Smoke.
It's not looking great. It's not looking great, bro.
As Welly, he is excited.
Dude,
for the
okay,
potential
listen.
of Sad to
Everybody
come back into
on
this map
SR,
SRB's best map and map
like Smoke is getting like big kills,
Is Rebel quickly taken there by Sad.
but like,
Not this
listen.
time.
Xander's won them a lot of rounds. A lot of rounds, bro. 31 is egregiously high.
Fight for a little bit more, down to 14 HP.
Oh, so
Vita dies.
It's
Oh,
the
good kill,
Halo
Zaj.
satellite, but Zaj, he's
I don't care about the suck. Don't even worry about the suck, bro. It's fine. 2v4. Oh, wait. I guess we're getting hit by that eye. I guess we're getting hit by that eye.
Plant trying to go through.
Oh my gosh. Walk into him. Listen. Walk into Smoke. Just one tap him.
We'll try to re-clear through, but the op was last marked on this side of the map.
So-
And Smoke.
Face saw. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Good timing.
As soon as Sad come out.
Yeah, but still there's a gap. So he did the right move here to fall back when Smoke got popped. And now he's just got to contain.
Line comes
he
through.
knows now
All right,
to
come on.
confirm it here that the 2 players are moving into the A side. He's just
Tap.
got the whole tree for the rest
No,
of the
we're
team
not
to
clearing
move
tree.
forward.
Paint 1v4, bro. 30 seconds. Guy tree has to plant bomb still. No smokes for 5, dude. This is so hard. I think we're just going another one.
Picked up, but you have Exa that could push.
Unless.
Any angle that you
Okay,
try to
never
plant
mind.
at is being
Never mind.
watched. So
I tried to like,
after that
hype it up a little bit, man, but they wouldn't give it to me. It's fine.
So
It's okay, man.
continues.
Starting to see here the first cracks under the pressure on the side of Sad Esports, though, as they try to get into the B side, and Zaj was getting hit by Util. He pre-fired the shot to try to break the haunt, misses it, and the haunt actually pings both players from Sad remaining on that B side, which allowed SRB to really set up now and confirm that round to make sure that they push this into that double OT. So room to breathe for the side of SRB, and an attack side op here for Smoke. The same type of pattern for at least Smoke and Satellite, or sorry, Exa to work towards the A side. But it's the rest of SRB that's trying to bait out the rotates. First Prowler in the front of that B site, but look at the answer back from Sad. Double walking in the front, potentially maybe even trying to swing out through the smoke as well.
Come on. Just hit him with the blind. Just hit him with the blind and swing him. Please. Just rip it. Rip it, Paint. I promise you it'll be okay. You get the kill on the raid boss.
Trying to slow down the round so that Smoke can get that pick. So that's
No.
the Sad
No.
patience.
Oh my gosh.
Sanders playing his own mind games over at Mount.
They gonna open this door on us?
Spike has been moving.
I don't even hate
towards
that.
B,
I don't even
though.
hate this. I don't even hate this. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Door's gonna
Lose
open.
mound. It's
This
okay.
does sort of
Because you know what we're gonna do?
expose SRB. Not gonna be a reaction.
Something, right? We're gonna do
Sad
something,
fall
right?
Back towards C.
Not that!
And it costs Vita's head. First blood for SRB. As they still are at a stage.
Ah!
Yeah, SRB are looking to play another one of those rounds where they're going to try to re-hit with 10 seconds remaining.
What the-
First off, it's potentially just going to be a bait sound towards that C side. As they get smoked out here, they might
30 seconds
just
left.
try to
So
open up
down,
the door
like that's
and go towards
It's a
B.
good angle, yeah. It's a good angle. Your advantage there. You're gonna get info. You're not gonna die. Get the blind going, bro. Sad guys. This guy is old somehow. Good kill. Oh my gosh. Okay.
As he has a better answer for you. 10 seconds left. The plant
Into B. 3v4.
The bodyguards are in position.
No, Welly.
4 versus 2. SRB have been able to confirm these before. Pain and Paint. Against the world. Split up from each other, though. Gonna come down to some pretty big heroics to break the fortress that is SRB on a post plant. Pain in a crossfire. And about to bite.
All good, all good, all good, all good, all good.
SRB. Go
Yeah,
down
this
to
guy's a little
that
too
point,
hyped.
no
I'm getting
T.
tilted.
Going back to the tried and true of a nice, strong attack side for SRB. 20 seconds remaining, and they sell a fake. From Satellite, opening this up, picking up the orb, by the way, on the C mound. Satchels into Waterfall to get the pick and to keep the 3 players over on that C side while they open up the door towards B and hit the site and go for the plant and finish on a 4 versus 2. A big round by Satellite, who's been not playing like to the expectation of somebody like Satellite could be. But that was a huge impact round that allowed SRB to finally regain control a little bit of this map and put themselves finally at map point as well. So Sad Esports is their turn to try to draft something up.
Oh, you already got to do interviews, Entree?
And then it all come down to
What's
the
up,
mind
Momo?
games and the great calls from nature.
What's up,
and
Momo?
Wally. If
Bro,
it
bro,
has
bro,
come
bro,
down
bro,
to a
bro, bro.
14-14 scoreline. So this is an important one here for Sad to have a great start in this BO5 lower finals between these two teams.
Yesterday and then more on Tuesday? Oh, okay,
A
okay.
defensive round, though, because that was also a monumental task. The Satellite is not the double satchel in your face type of raise, so not as flashy as Vita. Because SRB, I mean, it had to slow it
I'm about to
down,
open the
playing
real
around
app, hold on.
smokes up, playing around these 4-1s. Really defaulting well around the map, but on defense, went well for SRB to kind of rely on Smoke's picks when he was at the A staircase last time. Different swap up, 2-3 split. Satellite putting the pressure on. Nade in. Sad pretty forward into Rubble. The spam is revealing SRB's position. And the Prowler, the Paranoia,
Beat is
are
dead.
putting SRB.
No!
Sure, the rest step into the spotlight and they shine. SRB flawless to take Lotus.
What a way to finish that first map as well, convincingly in a flawless for Shopify Rebellion Black. But they didn't need Smoker Satellite this time around. They just used their pure grit of firepower to fight the Rubble side and finally close out their first map. But Lemon Kiwi, this is starting to look like a BL5 that maybe some after the map Vita were expecting potentially a 3-0 for SRB. But for Shopify to win this in double triple OT, with the skin of their
World's
teeth
fakest
when they were
comeback.
so
That's what
small
I'm
on
saying.
notice,
I'll be right back. Hold on.
it gives me a little bit of a hope right now that Sad Esports can make this a very good series against SRB.
Hey, we're entertained, but I don't think despite that win, SRB are happy with how that went, because it went from a 10-2 half to an overtime that actually began Sad's way. So up next, we're going to be going to Split. That is technically Sad's map pick, but also a playground for SRB. They have been happy with their results there, and the desk will break it all down for you after this.
Philips Norelco One Blade presents Shave All Things. Your style made simple with Philips Norelco One Blade 360.
Trim. Edge. Shave.
Trim, edge, and shave with Philips Norelco One Blade. One tool for all you need.
a wonderful electronic invention I want you to see.
We got to the point where we could control the laws of nature by the guise of electronics.
X, the repeat in nature, is gonna get fired down. Pain's got it all.
Needs to kill Satellite. Jesus, I mean, he was quadruply Lotus Decider.
We are pushing our teams to the absolute limit here in the lower finals. Lotus, the first map of the series, kind of looked like it was going to be a complete wash from the get-go. I mean, talking about just this incredible lead that SRB had. I mean, actually kind of looked like they could do no wrong until the side swap. And then we just flip the script, reverse it. We go to a double OT at Shopify Rebellion, 15-13 in the end for the victory. That was a movie.
It really
Okay.
it was a movie. It felt like it was the length of a
Bro, I had to
movie,
take an
honestly.
HDMI cable
But it was
out of the box
crazy.
from my
Like, the
Zowie
10-2
monitor.
half there for SRB. That was
Yo, why
just
is it coming out the
such
audio from here
a
now?
beautiful start from them. I gotta give credit for Sad Esports.
Okay.
They did manage to, you know, find some success after that timeout that they took to be able to be a little bit more aggressive. They were playing a bit passive, I feel like, on defense to start things out, and SRB were very comfortable at just going for a lot of these fast hits towards A, towards C, but then we swap sides, and it's almost like the similar story, but for the side of Sad Esports instead, and they managed to win out that bonus round, just repeating the history of what SRB did to them into the first half. And it's just insane the way that the team stepped
Wait,
up,
hold on, I'm
because
full
it
screen
felt
camming.
like not just like that momentum shift, but we saw both teams almost looking like different versions of themselves, right? Roy, I feel like we were talking about it even in the green room. Like SRB didn't feel like themselves on defense from what we're used to seeing, and Sad were just turning it up to 11.
Yeah, I mean, at 10-2 half, I did not think the triple OT fake comeback was going to be a thing, but alas, here we are. Yeah, I think at the second half, you're absolutely right. I think we saw a lot of mistakes, but honestly, if we're being completely honest with ourselves here, SRB did have a lot of advantages in that second half. Like, this game could have ended sooner had they just closed up some of those advantages, but we come into this game, we highlighted a lot about the X factor, the heroics that Sad Esports manages to always pull out, right? There's never a shortage of heroes on that roster, and we saw it was really just mostly Pain that was stepping up in a lot of these clutches. This 1v3 right here is one of them. I mean, just so nasty overall. And there were so many situations, again, that SRB found themselves in that were kind of comfortable, right? The 5v3 and just like a lot of these kind of situations and these like late round clutches that should have gone their way, but they just weren't able to close out. But, you know, that's the name of the game. This is another clip, by the way. 3K by Welly. So important. But yeah, just, again, heroics, X Factor. I mean, that's the name of the game for Sad Esports. But unfortunately for them, SRB just kept the foot on the gas, if you will, towards the very end.
It was so close though. Like, I want to remind everybody, when they played this map in the upper bracket, it was a 13-6 victory for Shopify Rebellion Black, and it's at Esports that frankly just didn't really accomplish too much on their attack, right? So like, even more so a reason why I thought it was going to be a wash. So to be able to have that sort of switch around on the day, to come out of the gate so much stronger, even if we did see mistakes coming out from Sad and we got to see those heroics on the other part for Sad Esports, I still think this was incredible. I feel like even if it is just a Shopify win on their first map, to have it be this close, I think just really shows how much staying
What's on
power
that
Sad
monitor?
has within
Don't worry
this
about it.
series. Like, I think this
Don't you even worry about it, brother.
close one. I mean, the step up on the day again, Ash. I just cannot believe it. I know SRB won.
See, I don't even need to
but,
crop
like,
my monitor. We're
at some
good. Or
point,
crop my
like,
camera.
should
Yeah, we're
they
good. We're
have-
good. We're good.
Yeah, I know what you mean. And I think what's even more impressive, even though SRB still take it home at the end of the day, for this sad roster, I think that even calling back to their matches up against M80, they were facing, you know, certain advantages and just not being able to turn things around at the half to be able to bring things, to find that momentum for themselves, right? And close out
Yay!
But I think
Yay!
overall, sad, you think about how young and also just like green a lot of these players are. So for them to be able to turn things around at the half in that kind of way and keep their cool and keep that kind of run, I'd really love to know who it is. Like maybe it's Paint on this team who's playing that kind of
You try to look at the
role
money.
for them, but you gotta give them a lot of credit for that endurance that they had here in map 1.
And I mean, we can't ignore the elephant in the
Come
room
on, come on.
scoreboard here. I mean, for Xander, we keep talking about this being a do or die series, and I feel like
Bro.
that
Okay, listen.
personally,
Map
right?
1 was kind of heat though.
He's played, like,
Listen, I don't care about the fake comeback. That's not even a map they were supposed to like get close in. They lost 13-6 last time they played that map, bro.
An SRB loss.
Listen, let's just treat it. Let's just treat it as like, you know, oh, wow, shocking. You know what I'm saying? That's map 1 of 5. We got this series, bro. I promise you. People think, oh, SR3-0. Oh, 5 SR picks? Are you kidding me?
You have Xander right here, who's
Has some nice Popeyes. I love that for you, bro.
environments. Like, he was not scared at all.
I love to hear that, man. I'm glad you're enjoying your food.
No hesitation. He was locked in. He was very decisive with how he wanted to play. He was very aggressive, relentless, and just so calm. It felt like he really didn't feel like he was tested too much, and he never slowed down at any point throughout this game, right? Like first half he was crazy, second half he put up insane stats, and even into OT he was having just immaculate amounts of impact. So I think I can
Brava.
Sierra when she mentioned the fact
Wait,
that
I want to
this
see
could have been
who started
a
this
very
game.
different story had he not popped off, but I mean, yeah, it happens. That's Xander for you.
Boo!
It feels like he's been on this like exponential growth path ever since we've hit into stage 3, and then sending into playoffs has been
Missing enemy
a
thighs?
crazy
It's okay, bro.
rise in his just individual performance.
Listen, bro, you got some
can
chicken
really
thighs. That's what
tell
matters,
that
bro.
He's not here to play when it comes down to that play-in spot.
He really, really isn't. Enough one in the series now. We will be heading over into Sad Esports map pick. But
This is the first year I'm being like properly tapped into the World Cup, bro.
Split was an interesting
Because I watched the final last time.
But it is for SRB as well.
I watched the final last time with my friends on a call, but I wasn't tapped in yet.
Up against SRB to where they feel confident as this is the second map.
I'm always curious myself, to be honest. Like, I feel like a lot of teams that I speak with all have very different philosophies for how they approach these things. Like, a lot of people just like to stick to their own comfort. They're not really worried too much about the enemy team. They're kind of just going off how they.
Like I've been enjoying myself. I've been having a good old time.
Match results have gone, but yeah, just purely looking at this from like a data standpoint. I mean, yeah, this is a crazy map. Like, yeah, you're 2-0 on it if you're Sad.
Listen, now we going to Split, bro. Think about it. Listen, we going to Split. This is a good map for Sad. We're chow.
Very decisive wins on this as well. 13-8, 13-9 is the closest game was against Pigeons early on, but overall, I feel like the meta on this map really suits them.
Oh my gosh, hold on. Wait, I need to get some water. I'll be right back.
So expect a lot of those explosive plays, of course, with the Sky in there as well. Expect those flash plays, those aggressive pops in the mid round as well on the attack side. And if I'm thinking correctly back on SRB's history on this map, it's been very set play heavy.
I forgot. I got a water right here.
But now,
I'll put a water bottle down there.
We're seeing here, we had that discussion previously about what Shopify Rebellion and Black did up against Sad Esports.
And then I didn't drink it before I went to sleep.
That Sad had last time around, and it was down to all of the coverage that they were able to find.
Yes, bro, it's that nighttime water, bro.
There for Vita, and just blocking off and making things uncomfortable here for Smoke. It's a run back of the similar strategy here, but a lot more high octane gameplay on the side of Sad Esports, running the Neon and the Waylay together. I think the first time that we've seen the Mosquito comp, actually, if I'm not mistaken, within stage 3. I'm really excited to see how Split's gonna go.
Oh snap. Paint, Waylay, Vita, Neon. I'm vibing with this.
When we look at this whole
This is Chaw. This is Chaw.
I feel like this is kind of a must-win for that momentum, everything going on forward, and Thad starting on a side that's so strong for them. I'm looking for how much rounds they can put together with this swap. Let's see if the gamble is worth it as we head to Split. Second map of the series is ready, and so are your casters. Let's head over to Lemon Kiwi and Van Silly.
Hey, you gotta have some
Xander nuke, bro. Holy. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. If he didn't have half those rounds, they not winning.
After a 10-2 half,
they're not winning, bro.
this is the
Well,
sad
that's obvious, but
playground.
like,
It's their
you know what I'm saying?
choice, and they've swapped up their comp. I'm excited, Vance.
Could be a make it or break it for SAD Esports for sure, because it was a marathon on that first map. It went back and forth, and SAD Esports should have had that one. Now you're like, okay, well, it wasn't our map pick anyways. Let's focus on the next map, which is ours.
Also, were these two?
A new comp that could potentially.
Are they changing comps on like back-to-back maps?
One down, that might give a chance here for SB to really close things out. So.
Because I swear there's
This Lemon Kiwi, I still
oh,
like the comp from SAD Esports.
They haven't played Split in a while, actually.
Paint going in as a Waylay allows for him to get a little bit better spacing than like the Ray Satchels that he's not necessarily the best of at in my eyes. So we'll see how this is going to pan out for both him and Vita.
Ooh, the double duelist takes out Exa, who really has to adjust. This can be not a great map for the Lurker, but SRB, they try to make do, but also their duelists are having a hard time carving their way in mid. SRB haven't gotten a single kill yet on Split.
Big openers.
So, they've definitely been rattled.
I like this too, of how they're placing a defensive wall, how they set up the pistol round for SAD Esports as well. I mean, look at how SRB are getting knocked down one by one. The double push on the A side catches one off guard. They lock down.
Is that a flawless pistol? Oh, brother. Oh, baby.
The SRB likes to do. But then they instantly rotate back because they're playing with a Neon. So they can actually have 3 players fight for middle control. And then if they ever somehow are forced to retake the site on B, that Viper Wall plus an Omen one way on new blocks gives so much good utility here for SAD to rotate back from spawn and from heaven to retake the B site. So a nice little look that they had. We'll see if the Viper Wall has that type of consistency.
Flawless pistol. I'm liking that. I'm liking
in
that.
that second round, it stays back into a default wall.
The duos
feels like 102 degrees in Miami.
Up
Actually,
and now
bro, yeah, I was about to say these guys genuinely might just die on the field, bro. 3 with the judge. 3 with the judge for Vita. Why's actually got 2 with the classic? Okay, okay, he's gone. Okay, okay.
And a quick start to Split so far.
Yeah, nice to see Exa activate a little bit more, though, on that second round. He needs that confidence to come up as well. This cannot be an SRB game where Xander is going to be the one that's going to have to pick it up every single round for the team and just
across
the finish line for every single one of these maps.
I'm at my aunt's house.
Again,
love that for you, bro.
Round, but still opening up 2 kills like that very quickly for the side of Exa.
Watching England, Norway, but I don't care. This is my World Cup.
Which is right now. So nature.
Yeah, this is my World Cup too, bro.
With the team. They're looking to potentially explode here on the top of the A ramp with this caution.
I'm most definitely fully giving my attention to this game. I'm very tapped in.
I'm kind of just looking back at
this is my World Cup.
Against NRG Academy, they were down 11-2, and SAD came back and won in overtime. So it was a different comp and a different day. Ooh, headshot into Pain, and look how SAD are fearless. They're dashing into this. They're getting revenge for their injured Omen, and it's the injured Omen.
Listen, bro. Pain takes some damage. He can get a heal. Wait, can he get a heal? We're gonna get out. We're gonna get out. We're gonna get out and we're gonna catch a heal.
Just absorb the space around the map away from that noise.
We would never that. We would never set up another monitor to watch World Cup games. Are you kidding me?
With this double duelist, so to have like the bait and switch from the Waylay. You can even throw a saturate next time if you want to for Paint, but it allows Vita to close that gap as Pain throws the parry.
Pain gets healed, they get an open A site. It's calm, because watch what's about to happen to Satellite, bro. Listen, bro, look.
No time, no chance.
So much on his
okay,
plate,
it's okay.
Finished all of it.
It's okay.
But still, definitely impactful. Zaj, the Vandal,
oh, it almost
able
caught
to
there.
keep it.
Almost caught there.
And SRB, despite kind of getting hit in the face so early, they got right back up. It's not how many times you fall, it's how many times you get back up. And SRB are very familiar with that tug of war they have to play against SAD.
At least he finished the main course right here for Satellite with the mow down on 3 players and leaves.
Anaya, how you doing today, bro?
To build up the Blade Storm. So that's kind of nice for them to stop that bleeding, stop the momentum.
How are you feeling?
With again what was really nicely drafted out from the piss around into the anti-eco. And now it's still good money for SAD. And you're seeing here as well that You're putting the op in the hands of Paint instead, because Satellite, he does like to rifle a lot, especially as a Neon, because he likes to just bring that fight right into your face.
And for Paint to be in ramps with it is kind of interesting. You would think screens would be a safer spot, because if you were to encounter
Dog in mid,
that up would be dropped to SRB, and Smoke having that in the future will be a boon for SRB. Flash out on the other side. Sad, aware.
Yo, Pain. I know you want to win so bad. You want to win so bad, Pain. Oh, we got seen. Oh, he still got 2. Vita for 1. 2v2. Yo, Paint, you are across the map right now.
In a moment where they really outnumbered Sad.
So they might overcook this.
Isn't I mudded?
On the A line.
I guess so, bro. It's okay.
So far, so good here, because the push from Paint comes in with the op all the way from A.
Wait, is my fan loud? Can y'all hear that?
That might give a chance here for Paint to pick up.
I feel like it's coming up on the mic, but I don't know.
Replay to 2v2 onto the A site.
30 seconds left.
But
Do I gotta move it back a little bit?
Really good for SRB.
Or can y'all hear it? Not at the moment. All right, bet. All right, bet.
Yeah, they're gonna play their ones, but at the same time, it's placed in a prime position to Exa to clutch out the round for the team.
And Vita has to hurry up.
I'll move it back anyways.
Paint is paranoid. It's gonna take so much time to even get close to the spike.
Hexa gets the kill.
Noise is heard by Exa. So the overcook ended up just being just right for SRB to even.
All right, bro. Talk to me. Talk to me.
Paint will ideally like to keep the op, but Exa comes back up these ropes. That's not gonna be kept.
Listen, good op kill. I'll take that, bro. I'll take that, bro. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Is kept at the end of the day. Good stuff though for SRB. They've been good at making adjustments. It's kind of how clean can the map end up being is what I'm curious about for SRB.
Yeah, the pathing was good for SRB to fight towards that B side. They have power of numbers as well. That lineup was huge by Paint in the first place, but thankfully, because they had the third player from SRB on top of Raptors, opened up that side, allowed Smoke to get that, at least a attempt of a plant towards that B line to see if anybody was going to peek out, but still win the 2v2 in the end. And the other important thing as well is that they now know that Paint does have the operator quite early in the round, so that will change the approach of how SRB will go into this round. Now you might have to boombot dog, try to figure out where the op could be earlier on, but he avoids it, at least to start for Paint, which could put him in a serious position here in the front of that garage.
Doesn't want to be in the most obvious position. The outlaw could also be just as crucial against an eco. It's already some Sky util here from Nature, who had such an incredible split for SRB's side of things when they went up against Core. Such a convincing map for them, 13-8. Small comeback for Core on the other side, but in the end, see if SRB try to make this more one-sided.
Hold on.
Sad had
something special could happen here.
At the start.
I lied. Nothing special was happening. Okay.
SRB are gonna be
I just fully lied.
It was huge from Willie, anticipating the re-hit towards the A side, so he gambles to rotate of the ones that have pistols to play towards A and for the op to solo take B.
Wexa caught in the midst. The wall will stay up, but will not protect them at all. Pistol claims one. These are weapons that these pistols cannot access, though. As SRB will not.
Listen, I like our one kill. Let me get another one. Okay. Okay. All right, Vita. Okay. All right.
Tried to put up a fight.
Listen, let me get something, man. Don't piss me off.
Paint can just sit there and observe.
Paint, just keep your op cross map, bro. Whatever.
So that's gonna be at least that attempt from Sad Esports that almost looked pretty good there. The first blood on that hold from Vita through walls as he's being flashed, but at the end of the day, you saw the positioning from Sad Esports over.
All right, we're gonna be able to keep it. We're gonna be able to keep it comfortably. Nobody wants to hunt for. Nobody wants to hunt for that. They know they're not keeping that up. They know they're not getting that up out of his hands.
On to Pain, making sure here that they have elevation once again for the actual hit into the A site, and Sad Esports had no more surprise going into the round. Even the flash misses, so that will actually allow for Paint to save his operator into the next round.
After how much SRB have cleared, maybe they still have an idea where he is, but I don't know if you want to poke the bear. Nature's just running his way too, but not going to encounter each other yet, so win streak now for SRB, and this is kind of the SRB special that they can sometimes have weaker pistols.
Sad timeout.
This is
Okay,
kind of
yeah,
the
that's fair.
momentum that generates in their
Fair.
sales at a point like this, and a round 6 timeout for SAD is earlier than I expected.
I think they're trying to figure out how they could fully take value of the operator from Paint as well, as they don't want to let SRB run away with this game so far, but they're realizing as well that Flash Boombot might be like one of the pieces of util in the first place that Satellite and Nature are trying to do. And I also think that from that previous round, when I think it was a Paint smoke on the eco that he threw towards that B-side garage, there was no...
It's funny when I talk to someone who watches it, I call it football. When it's someone who doesn't, I say soccer.
Maybe rotate your
that makes sense.
Around, especially if you're playing.
Yeah, that does make sense.
To really try to anchor up towards that spot and then Paint.
Bro, but I mean the thing for me,
could get a little bit more value. So
I don't know.
I'm expecting.
I don't even switch depending on the person. I just switch on depending on how I'm feeling, bro.
Whereas for SRB,
I just switch depending on how I'm feeling in the moment.
Towards that B lane, I think this might just be a slam.
The majority of the time, I'm gonna say soccer because that's what I grew up saying.
Why not?
Because you know.
Cosmic Divide, fantastic. The seal in B. We'll see kind of how it'll be angled. And Payne will have a paranoia. We'll see how well he can anchor. I mean, he was one of the clear MVPs for SAD on the previous map. To not the result they wanted. Pretty aggressive angle. Vita pushed off of it. I like this early.
Sports code switching. Kits versus the uniform. Pitch versus field. Foul versus penalty, etc. I mean, it's a little different for like the last example, but I get what you mean.
Denies a lot of the space.
NT Vita.
Vita will not be able to shake things up before the wall comes up.
Show me some. Blind.
So much to try
Zay blind.
For them to try and
double dash. Okay. Okay. Everybody stay calm. Everybody keep it calm right now. Listen, let's get it. Let's get out of here. Okay. Okay, let's get out of here.
They will be intimidated. It probably came down to the health pools.
Listen, we didn't have a lot of health, you know.
Yeah, the 3 ops were also very good.
Vita insta died. It was a 4v5 into Astral ult, Viper ult. They still had 5 guys in the pit. Oh well, there's like, you know, it's fine. It's fine. It's okay. It's okay.
The unfortunate thing about it too is that as they were escaping, they were not able to pick up the operator left by Vita. So you see the change of pacing as well from SAD Esports. They wanted to give the op instead onto Vita, so that I'm assuming Vita being more comfortable on that as well. Paint, if you're looking at his past couple of roles, has been playing a lot of like Phoenix or KO, something that rifles with aggression a little bit more. So maybe just not feeling it for the day. That might even change the game plan from SAD on the spot for the second map, and that is the nature of coming out with a brand new composition against SRB as well, right? It's untested for you as well, so you just have to adapt as you go. And to see SRB slowly running away with the attack side once again, this time on split, SAD Esports are going to have to find their footing a little bit earlier than anticipated.
And SAD have shown that they can abandon the op. They did so on Haven. It's not something is a huge core part of their success, the way that it is for Smoke and friends of SRB. And Welly's really talked about in interviews how they really SAD curate their style and their composition around the tempo and the pace they want to play at, which is very fast, very loose, especially when you have Vita, his best agent being the Neon, now accompanied by a Waylay, someone that can match that. Will be really nice. Where usually it's been a lot of the Neon Phoenix.
I wonder if that dog saw Vita, because I saw him drop, but I don't know if it saw Vita. He pulled out knife, so I don't think they know he has Judge, but you know.
Interesting as well how
Neon playing Invent.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
Viper wall aggressively to maybe contain and fight towards middle, but that doesn't leave you too much util to hold a hit towards the A side. Thankfully though, it starts off on B that allows Paint to get the
Zaj, good too.
Wow.
Just the crunch from SAD to walk up, take control of ramps. The timing is really good for
listen, just go towards B, go into Paint and Paint, bro.
How they push through
the
ramps,
BP duo, bro. Come on.
The core of SRB. Now it's nature with no flash, no dog, and satellite with something, but the backstab could
milk and chocolate, cookies and cream.
SRB even have a thought. Plan goes through satellite. Oh, we're gonna watch his back.
I guess it's just cream. Okay. We'll be okay. We'll be okay.
What, a 2v4? That's an uphill battle. One watching.
Am I hallucinating? But wasn't he? Yes, he was Zalgiana. I've been talking about this since their last game, but I swear Zagiano was just the best version of his username.
Positions that they don't have cover in, the satellite immediately passes away. So up to Nature with the spike not being in his sight, he won't be able to prevent the inevitable. Sad come in and get the job done.
Very patient.
Oh my gosh!
Played by Sad Esports on that 4 versus 2. They were expecting here, especially after you get the first pick from Satellite onto.
I'm not even mad at what I just saw.
For hero plays, they're just going to try to close and get more spacing onto the initial kill that they've gotten. And Sad to just make sure that they stayed put, making sure that they're covering their lanes, also making sure that the next smoke from Pain comes up so he could actually TP and smoke and get information for the rest of the flood to come through. And thankfully,
wait, no, low key I am mad. Hold on.
Really need it because
wait a minute.
Walking into the crosshair of their
wait a minute
of their opponents. Allowed here Sad to close this out. Vita starting off the round being wall banged down to 18 HP though.
That was a good shot there.
Be able to go and rejoin Welly for some heals, but is that a moment to put the pedal to the metal? Especially with how Vito likes
to come on.
Play really fast and in your face. You kind of scale down ramps, and is that proactivity you wanted to see out of Sad, and despite Vita taking such early
God too, Vita. Oh, they try to swing back in. They can't hold you.
Leverage in that fight, and Sad still survived. Not only that, they're thriving. They have the spike down.
That's whenever Nature was trying to throw that flash. I don't know if somehow it goes over for an A ramp for Smoke to get a pick, but man, did Vita take full advantage of that.
Real ones remember the one game of MIBR Paint, bro. Dude, I was so hype about that game, bro. I instantly went into a stream. The next time he streamed, I was tapped in. Also, he needs to stream more.
How Sad or approaching the defensive lines. I wanted to once again underline 2 rounds ago where
I'm real tilted about it.
Viper wall down towards middle, not enough util to hold an A side push.
I was thinking about telling Bao to harass him when Bao was playing with Paint yesterday, bro, but
realizing the wall coming down on that mid line again, it might
I decided against it
a little bit more and finish up towards.
But somebody got to tell him to stream more, bro.
They kind of did this round here, but unfortunately they lost the rest of their players on middle.
If he gonna play ranked, why not just if he's gonna play ranked, why not just stream?
And kind of draw out as much util. They're in an SRB. It takes blood, sweat, and tears to take space, and especially on this map. You haven't successfully been able to get into ramps, into A maybe more than once. B garage is a lot of those fights have gone Sad's way, and middle. I mean, the first attempt from SRB had both their duelists dead in the water. So it's despite that nice little 4-round win streak from SRB, I still feel like Sad are in full control.
Agreed, and I think that's why we have this timeout early from SRB as well. They've lost grasp of the control of the first half when he strung.
I don't know them starting up like 5-1 or something against Lev. I thought they had a chance. They did not have a chance, unfortunately.
Back to what you were mentioning here, Lemon Kiwi. I think when it came down to that previous round where
some good rounds.
The wall bang onto Vita. You have to expect somebody to fall back, or for that player to fall back, and for the heal to come up. So that wastes time there. And as you do so, and you've already realized where, well, he's kind of playing the.
It's so funny, bro. You scroll back through Paints and VLR, bro. You see like SR, MXS, Blinn, Blue Water, Sad. You just see one MIBR game. Just like, oh yeah, he played in VCT Americas one time.
That's something that could be in conversation from Effie's with his team, for them to be a little bit more proactive or aggressive and confident on what they're currently displacing around the map when they're defaulting on their
Left call timeout, then was over. Start up 5-1. Lose the map 13-7. Like
into ramps. It seems like as soon as they even play through a main, Zaj or someone is in their face. SRB have to be ready to react at a moment's notice. How about this? Satter just walking it down.
We lose a guy, but it's okay. We lose a guy, but it's okay. Listen, we might lose our smokes guy, but it's a-okay.
To that side of the map. Sad already know what the counter will be. And now it's this kind of chess match of pieces moving around the map. Sad thinking you can predict the next move, but SRB don't want to be that obvious.
They had to stall too. We were talking about the confidence after getting first picks, but they were already stalled by the smoke from Pain as well. So as they're being slowed down at that spot, they also realize the aggression from Sad at the beginning of the round towards middle. It gives him a chance to cut noise and to.
Oh,
attack
bro, and
play up now
they're
into
leaving it. They're leaving it.
Storm 2 from Smoke.
Nephews know what
To
up.
try
What's
and
up,
take that
bro?
Space a bit faster, take advantage of these moments of silence where you've
3 guys through vent,
you're
bro.
ahead of the
Come
game
on.
against Sad.
3 guys versus 1 faker. Surely we
Timeout
can
of
win.
SRB.
Oh my gosh,
Really
wait.
Downloaded the plan. Well, you've lost Satellite.
We're good.
You're still trying to get the plant down. Sato trying to ruffle some feathers here on the high ground. SRB are
Molly?
on watch, trying to utilize that cover.
Fly out. Oh, okay. So Paint's dead and Welly's dead. And the last 2 guys we have are 2 HP.
Got some fight back. They've got some grit, but they also only
Wait,
have 10
hold on.
HP.
They're low-key missing.
Their main duelist.
Zagiana, show me some.
Tagged to both split
Come on.
from each other. And it's going to be hard to
Okay.
approach SRB
Okay.
when they're nested up like this. So, some nice macro here from SRB after that timeout to get back on their feet.
Yeah. And that side esports going with a heavy gamble, as we mentioned before at the beginning of the round, by having so much aggression into middle, 0 information.
I was watching Sideshow play rematch at like 3 a.m. and I damn near bought the game. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, dude. I think I played like nearly 300 hours of that game when it came out, and I never touched it again. I was so upset at how they launched that game, bro. It actually upset me very heavily.
As they try to retake, they get caught off guard by the inserts that SRB kind of had. You saw a couple of backstab kills coming through from Shopify into the pulse plant. And yeah, that's a nice way to top up the round here and top up the lead back again for SRB, when they've realized right now that what they were trying to cook this round was not necessarily needed, because Sad just overcooked on their side.
Kind of funny how much slower Split has been so far compared to Lotus when you had a chamber up and like kind of the compositions there. SRB, again, not having a raise style of...
I feel like it'd only be fun with knowing others who play it.
Not against Sad. Nature now is the one.
Yeah.
Helping.
I feel like a lot of my issue early on with the game was the like
Nature.
the game early on was like servers were really bad and they was really buggy. Oh no.
That's a 3K for Smoke, and SRB smile ear to ear.
Why is Smoke getting 3 there, bro?
Kahuna's round for SRB. The disrespect
With a
they have
Vandal
to
too.
walk
Can you chill
contact
out,
into
man?
a pit
Don't piss me
and
off.
just dismantle all the X's on middle. It finished up into another 4-1 setup pretty much for the mid round. Again on middle, and SRB just outdueled their opponents.
Bro,
Even Exit
okay,
in the last
but the game was super buggy and the servers were really bad on launch. And then the ranked, like there were issues in order, because after like it like generally got fixed, then ranked queues were a problem, because like queues took super long, right? And then I would queue into a game and I was getting in a game with silvers when I had max rank in like a day. No, we're good, right? Yeah, okay, we're fine, right?
Comfortable spot.
Dude, but like it was like it was super frustrating.
A 6-6 half when SRB started on attack, and it all boiled over into.
I hit max rank when the game came out, and then I'm getting queued with just like literally people of any rank.
When they get going.
So then they tried to fix that, and then they ended up like breaking the matchmaking itself, and I was getting like 10-minute queues, and then queue would just cancel.
Again, even Smoke is not someone who's gonna be greedy to chase that.
And then the meta got really boring to me, because I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think I would be talking about the meta in that game, but like it got really boring to me.
I'm just really intrigued of how they're playing this for Sad. The Seekers had only one cabbage heading towards A main,
and like how people played the game.
Players to really confirm that spot. So it leaves
so yes, that game, in my opinion, is only fun when you play like with people you know. Because then even if they fix everything in the game, the people you queue into are just like very frustrating.
You had a Smoke that would watch your staircase, and
you ever played Marvel Rivals? It's worse than that. Hello? I guess we got 2. Sure. Oh yeah. Pain for 2? Uh-huh. Look, he's not stunned. Let's keep it. You know what? Sure, never mind. Never mind. Let's go, baby.
Predict where these SRB pushes are coming from. To have the number pretty much equal numbers in place, to have such a good fight back, it's not been easy for SRB to identify where these weak sites are.
I feel like there was a miscomm as well from SRB, because Xander actually played a recall Smoke, which would have been perfect for Smoke to get that space and Of course, we have the privilege of seeing all the 10 players, but that would have been a free kill onto the Sky. But it didn't. Yet is banded out and allowed for the Sky to actually move forward Welly with Pain to just overtake that B site, the B garage, and fight into the main with a beautiful flash. And we're 1 round away. Explosive round for SRB right into the A site.
Jesus.
Last round of the half, and we start with a 5v4. Okay, so it might be a 4v4.
Sends Vita packing. Make sure to
Nature just
temper his
auto
aggression.
gets plant down A. Okay.
Meanwhile, do still get the plant despite the anchor of the Viper looming in screens.
Bro, this round feels like it's just flying by, bro.
As SRB, very
Good kill.
suspicious.
Oh
2v1
no, he wasn't ready for
will
nature.
trade. So that threat, that angle,
If 2 heaven.
that angle.
Listen, bro, 3v3.
Sad's
And up on Welly. Listen.
They're allowed to cross within the site.
Bro, we need to speed it up, by the way, because these guys still have, like, stars. They have 2 stars, bro.
Xander post plant. He's got 2 stars.
Make it convincing.
Is it enough to buy
I think they
time?
do suck, okay.
Sad are not being encountered at all. SRB
Wait.
playing so
Oh, we didn't get
safe
off.
and
NT.
away from
NT.
danger
NT.
until the
I thought that was a
moment
vision.
7-5 half for SRB.
That was the biggest thing too for Nature.
7-5.
to loop up with
Whatever.
Exa to trade that kill onto Pain.
If England loses, I'm getting a burger
And
tonight.
Sad Esports to be able to tie the half 6-6. But having that pick on Pain allows for Xander to do his thing as an athlete. Just play the grab well, play the delay, and allow SRB to win off time. Nice little triple swing towards the end too to be able to win all of these fights. Spike
Hold
not
on,
even
hold
at
on, hold on.
halfway.
I'm not gonna lie, I was
Xander
too
a little
tapped
bit
into
more
that
quiet
last
than he
round.
was in that first map, but this is where he actually shines when we talk about SRB having split as their playground.
I was too tapped into the last round. What happened?
Of anchoring
Wait.
plays that is very good from both Xander and Exa when it comes down to this map. So Sad Esports, I feel like they understand that and they want to try to topple that right away by double diving right into Xander.
This might be the obvious, but Xander is amazing on the defense. He went 10-1 against Core just on the B site alone.
Smoke for a second, bro. Listen.
As Xander has to watch his
Okay.
back and only so many bullets in the frenzy to stop the
Why is Siri trying to talk to me, bro?
extending out Pain when it's
Nice.
ahead of the game, and Satellite falls. Nature with still a flash heard on the ropes. Now clock is
Okay.
against
It's
him.
okay. One troll.
1v1, and Nature flourishes, and SRB take the second pistol.
Oh, that was insane coming out from Nature.
One troll's okay.
Dropped down, and I feel like that had to be.
It's okay. It's okay. Listen.
explicitly
One little cell isn't gonna
that he went onto the rope and then suddenly walks it up. Why the hell not? Because somehow this game
isn't gonna ruin our lives. You know what I'm saying?
To win that fight when you're on that rope. Yet Sad Esports gave him enough time to actually get his feet on the top of that rail and to isolate 2.
Why does Zaj have a stake? Wait, are we buying this round? Or we're actually forcing this?
That was a huge round by Nature.
You know what?
Great
Sure.
start as well on Smoke's Sheriff kill. At the
Listen, let's
entrance
get that
of
one back,
B
please.
site.
I would love that.
Now SRB has a chance to really close out this map, but look at this. This is a force buy that you have from Sad Esports after that plant.
How do you stop the storm? Well, you
Smoke is treating it like we didn't even force. Why is he getting 3 with Marshall? Or 2 with Marshall? With a Marshall?
Sad can make it as close as they can after forcing
With a Marshall? We bought!
will remain in the driver's seat.
Gamble's gonna hurt as well. No plants, barely any kills. You've seen Pain. He was about to go for another Stinger armor buy, but this might be. I think he might be able to keep the Stinger with no armor, so he could still have
Oh my God.
util and good weapons into the next round. But yeah, look at Smoke getting so much value on the top of the ramp. So the Vito wall was kind of like a smoke screen for themselves, smoke and mirrors for Sad Esports on the exit because they would never look back into the ramp. Technically, it should cover it up, but that huge gap that you have between that and the wall, you have an opportunity here for Smoke to just open it up.
There's the flood there from
All right, come on.
Util to try and suppress into
Listen, we still got 2 stingers.
Shotgun
We get in
there
sight.
has been
Okay.
heard, and you almost wish Smoke
Jude Bellingham!
silent there. Sad know now the danger that
God, I was actually thinking about DMing you, bro.
they play too close. The dogs
I was about to glaze him so bad.
But it's SRB that is starting to crack the shell in the armor of Sad.
Welly, 1 versus 2.
Welly
Classic in hand.
At least there was a plant. Maybe a close
Welly,
range. The
Welly.
classic could still hurt. Xander though.
Did you get the monitor working? I did.
3K for him as
It's
well.
right over here.
Double digits for SRB.
That's what you wanted the Stinger round to do here for Sad Esports on their previous round, to just close that gap play.
Bang! Wait, hold on. I'll turn for like a second. Hold on.
Stop that at the very beginning. This round though, it was.
Oh, I accidentally turned it off. I'm brain dead.
Did get their value. They got the 2 picks. They did some good damage.
How did I turn the monitor off? Hold on.
As well. So that might be a little bit of a silver.
What is happening?
With that force glass cannon or glass stinger, if I could.
What did y'all see that?
Puts him in a comfortable position for the gun round to also break the econ back onto SRB, but an op comes out for a smoke in the round.
Okay, yeah, but it's like here.
And satellite in the front of that B garage.
Especially that close too, not even.
Okay, let me turn it again so I don't get sniped.
So I don't get sniped. Defense, he always gets a ton of first kills. Not to cast or curse it, but these are these walkdowns that contact plays he likes to do. Already hearing the teleport there of Pain. Smoke will stick to his position, keep the ground, but Sad, they're making ground.
Watch this, 3 snipers at your window. Don't worry, I'm watching on Telemundo, bro.
And only Satellite is gonna watch it. Here comes Exa to disrupt at the staircase. He's being careful.
It's muted anyways.
By the snake bite, he still is able to puncture through Sad before they truly got going. And the plant, the spike hasn't even dropped yet. So now a bunch of low HP members. Welly will bring them up. SRB, they sense the weakness. Smoke is now a barrage with the op, and Sad completely surrounded.
Listen.
And they don't even care about the op. They're just going to try and position against it, but
that's 11.
There's too many bosses in this lobby for SRB. And no good
That's
play,
11.
no safe space.
It's 11, ain't it?
I did like the repositioning, unfortunately, of Paint in that pulse plant. The execution was beautiful for Sad Esports, though. The TP towards that back of the B site, and also the Vita wall to allow for them to get the top rafters to open up B. But it's the recross. What is a recross out?
Listen, if we can come back from 10 to 2, bro, and push it to OT, we can come back. We can come back from 11 to 5. You know what I'm saying? Look, timeout comes through. We're winning this. We're winning this game, baby.
And then again, just topple down one by one for Sad Esports. They're forcing out the second timeout because you've lost grasp now of this whole map. We talked about how SRB are really good on the defensive side. You're starting to even see Xander glow up here in the second half, but it's all around Smoke as well, with how he's unstoppable with marshals, with operators, with anything that he has so far. That does not allow for Sad Esports to really get a good footing on their attack side, especially when their force buy in round number 14 got denied.
It really has been good denials from SRB, from the op that sits at B, the many different ways they fought through there, even A, like through the insane flood, the amount of util that Sad throw in when they just are running it down at A with the super quick Vita style. Even then Sad are met with some hurdles. So this is quite a gap in the scoreline, but nothing that Sad have never overcome before. It did so even against NRG on this very map. So this is something that this timeout, the last one now used from Sad, this has to be the turning point.
All right, out the timeout. What do we got going here? We got 3 stingers and 2 deagles. Flash comes through, doesn't matter.
Right now it's putting Paint inserted on top.
Guess what we got?
To just keep some players on a defense.
Love for the game.
Yeah, definitely. We'll have to see. The dog is gonna get shot down right away, so that might still leave these 3 players on A. This has to be the call now for Sad Esports to move in a little bit more quickly into the B pop, because they have now a 4 versus 2.
Only guy on your team with passion is.
SRB not fully convinced after that.
They got. I just realized they got a lot of guys with passion, bro.
Through mid, will be able to stack into B and
what a shot, bro! Like who? Not only who goes for that, but who like. Whatever, man.
To play at so much, but of course the weapons at range.
Who hits it, man?
Satellite popping out, and no, it's his head that gets popped.
Wait.
Zaj can really
Satellite gone.
Hey,
look at that.
Lower buys. Gotta respect Sad. They're moving in as a unit. Nature
Okay.
throws them down as a team, and SRB to match point. By the way, Sad's map pick, and they chose to go here, and this is a gladiator arena that SRB were very good at.
Yeah, and the reason why we're all thinking and questioning our heads too, looking at the BO5 into why these 2 maps are going to be Lotus and Split in the first place, because if you look at the map pool from SRB, it's probably their best maps going into the series. They're a little bit weaker on Haven and Ascent, which is map 4 and 5, and Pearl is untested. So there's the reason why I'm saying this is not over yet. SAD Esports has a chance to really reverse this to push this into a 5th map, but they're going into the same type of play.
Wait,
this
I like
with
this.
5 players into the B site.
Yes.
Look at that changer from Satellite.
Yes.
But man, okay, Sad addressed it. I like those adaptations because Smoke and Satellite have been so dynamic.
FNF scoreline.
Holding B defensively, but Nature will have Seekers, 2v4, Anders or not. They're just almost don't even seem like they'd want to buy. Dodging the dog without having to shoot it does maybe hide the footsteps. And whoa, what a gap that Nature just shot through. Smoke is nowhere near the action, so this is not a retake, but rather, how costly can you make this for Sad?
Yeah, he's going to move in towards the B main side too. Both of these players are trying to look for exit kills because they know the economy is still very low for SAD Esports. So if they actually are able to take down these weapons, it might still be in a good position in the next round where SAD will not have the best of weapons overall. Willie's about to walk out with his knife out, so he's going to lose his... never mind, cast a curse. Willie stays alive going into that one and gives themselves a fighting chance here for SAD Esports. But I like that change from SAD. They went for it when they had like a half buy on that previous round to have the wall up and to move through with the Stingers. And they realized here that everything was working according to plan with the exception of Smoke with the operator. Well, this time, at least if you have 5 players, Smoke's going to kill 1, but at least there's going to be 4 of the players falling up behind that they could overtake the site. And thankfully, they're able to do so without even meeting Smoke in the first place and get the round.
Having a Neon on your team means you could leverage the ult and even some kind of shotgun play on attack, but closing the gap, you still have to try and get an SRB space. We've been really good at playing further back. Smoke. Not gonna pull the
Stun.
trigger yet.
Wait.
Seeker,
Slide.
dog.
Jump.
SRB
1.
trying
I'll
to
take 1.
suppress beat. It still
I'll take 1.
jumps into all the
Molly.
action. Through the Seekers and everything.
Flash.
SRB happy to greet.
Smoke's looking here.
Sad
Oh.
move forward, but how? The flank has been shut down. The options limited. Sad have the high ground, but now needs someone within the site to clear Smoke.
If a midi choke again, they should look to be banned from challenges for a year. Yeah, well, challenges is gone this year, bro. So just get banned. Just get banned from competing in Valorant, bro. If y'all choke a spot and they play in, oh brother, y'all better win this final. They've been like far and like
the time in their favor for SRB and Nexa
by far best Chal team.
But at least not in a place where he's gonna get.
So if they lose and don't make the play in, oh brother.
For SRB, so prime position right now for Shopify to close out this second map.
How SRB are dispersed too. They're confident about this re-hit. So all rides on Smoke. Now he hears that noise. He's gonna choose his moment carefully, and it's huge. Zach's down, 2 left. It's
Dude.
season, and Welly's looking like prey.
I thought he hit the smoke. I thought he hit the no scope. All right. He's hype, man. Cool, bro.
And stands up right after that kill too. Insane shots coming out from Smoke in the last couple of rounds on defense as this Jet operator.
What are they doing after this year again? Open format. Less partner teams. I didn't even leave that long. I saw SRB 12 in the thumbnail. It's okay, bro. It's okay, bro. It's okay. Listen. Do we play Pearl? Do we play Pearl ever? Ooh, we lost to Time 80. Hey, doable. Best rolls for everybody possible. I like this. Okay.
Down what we could expect on Pearl and maybe our final map after the break.
Norelco OneBlade presents Shave All Things. Your style made simple with Philips Norelco OneBlade 360.
Ready to go to Masters Shanghai? Masters? You mean champions?
Trim, edge, and shave with Philips Norelco One Blade. One tool for all you need.
Dude, shout out Valorant, bro. Yo, Entree. Do you have a connect? Do you have a connect that'll send me to champions? Shanghai? Thank you. If I had to connect, they're sending me to champs. Fair enough. Wait. Hold on. I'm sorry. We're getting to the point where games are recommending that you have a 3070 or higher. And the minimum is a 2060? And an i5 8400. Huh. Yo, oh my gosh, I have a question. Did anyone watch Oxy's Honeybee stream yesterday? Did anyone watch that? Can somebody fill me in on what was going on? I couldn't either. Like, I kind of know what was happening, but like, I couldn't watch that. You know what I mean?
Free kill, Andy gets out. Okay, huge kill.
This is my guy.
I think Asuna is best in flight.
Asuna moment.
There it is. Francis take.
I think he is genuinely in his best form in the air. This is a free.
Like I was there to watch, but I couldn't do it. Don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. Listen, I understand what you meant, bro, because it was the exact same thing for me. Yo, when are we getting that Huntai's 20v1, Lin? Oh my gosh.
What's up, y'all? My name is Andre Hopkins. Also,
oh my gosh, is that Andre Hopkins?
Joined here by
Andre interview?
John QT. How are you feeling today?
With John QT?
Feeling good. Yeah.
Right
so, first question, just with Summit coming into the game, just how do you feel about it joining the map pool, and what are your personal thoughts on the map?
Who is this guy, bro? It's a sexy young man, bro.
I think it's a good checkout to the map pool. I think the map itself isn't really like very complicated. There's like, it's pretty similar to some other maps in the map pool. I think it has like the door kind of gimmick is fun. Adds up a lot of strategy, and there's fun stuff you could do with it. I think it's a cool map.
You think at any point this year we'll see somebody get crushed by the door in a VCT game?
I think so. I think there's definitely teams that will do like Abyss, where like if they want to deny orbs, they're gonna crush the door on themselves. For sure, we're gonna see that like very early on. But I think there's such a low chance of like someone just being stuck there and then you close the door on them, because it takes a bit of time. You can move.
John is nice. I couldn't get an insightful or hateful comments out of him.
I don't know how to even think about the idea of denying the orbs like Abyss using the door. That's definitely gonna happen. Yeah. So
Bro, okay,
like,
okay.
there's such a small
The using the door to deny orbs, that's most definitely gonna happen. Oh my gosh, is that who I think's coming in? Is that who I think's coming in? Yeah! Okay, sorry. But okay, but but oh, dude, I don't think anybody's gonna accidentally die to the door. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think there's any world where somebody's gonna accidentally die to the door.
Crushed by the door, but
at least this
zero.
year.
So I feel like there's just a chance it'll happen, and it'll be like, how did what? It'll get replayed like 4 times in slow mo too, and you'll be like, okay, this guy doesn't deserve this. So, just as a former tournament winner yourself, being at Sony Internationals, you've seen the debates around starting in Swiss stages, starting in playoffs, being able to like build up heat. Just what are your personal thoughts? Do you think it's better to start in Swisses or to start directly in playoffs?
I mean, I haven't experienced it myself, but I still think it's better to start in playoff. I think I feel like sometimes I would say if you have a younger team that doesn't have a lot of experience, starting in group stage does help. But I think if you practice properly and like you're mentally ready for the playoff match, and then like you like kind of like go in into the match like a certain way, I think starting in playoff is always going to be better. You have more time to prepare. You don't show your maps. You don't show a lot of stuff. Like, I feel like the upsides are like too big.
Yeah, because just from what I've seen, there's just been kind of different perspectives. Some people are like, oh, it's better to start in playoffs because, like you said, you don't show things. Some people, I think it just depends on team to team. Because starting in Swiss, you have time to like heat up, just get used to playing on stage. I think it's just better for younger teams to start in Swiss so you can get used to the stage. At least that's I've never played, so what would I know? So
that's so real, bro. Dude, you're over here giving your perspective. You realize you're talking to John QT? No, what do I know? I've never played. That's just my perspective. I don't know. Like, you realize, like, mid-sentence.
Being seen as kind of like a long-term project for the year. Just how do you feel preparation-wise for the team to make a push this stage and try to make champs?
I think preparation has been going well. I think this is like the first like kind of like time we had like proper practice leading up to a stage. Yeah, stage 1 it was kind of like scuffed because of the visas, and we had to sub and stuff like that. I think now we had a lot of time to prepare and be ready for the upcoming matches. And yeah, I'm excited. I think obviously America is a very difficult region. There's a lot of good teams, and for us to make it to champs, we have to be a top 2 team. I think we have a lot to prove. We obviously not there yet. We have to climb our way up, and we'll just take it one match at a time.
Is there anything in particular the team has kind of worked on in the time off that you've like honed in on?
I mean, there was definitely a lot to work on. Map pool for sure. I think there was a lot of maps and scenarios where we were up a lot of rounds, and then we kind of like crumbled. We start playing differently. Start like worrying about the scores instead of just like letting the game flow. And obviously there's some stuff like that's really difficult to like work on that only really happens in match days. So we just had discussions, and we're hoping that like on match days those things are fixed. So yeah, and just make sure we're better, you know, like there's still like some agent mastery, like teamwork, individual play. There's always like a lot of stuff to work on.
Is there anything you've kind of been doing outside of the game in your time off that you just, with some of your leisure time?
Not really. We do work a lot, to be honest, and dedicate our lives to the game. Like besides gymming and like having the occasional off day and just like I don't know, going out, doing fun stuff. Had a nice little experience doing ENC with the Moroccan national team. Went there and saw friends, and also played and competed there. It was a cool experience. It sounds like nothing really special.
Right. It's in a
Yeah.
kind of in
Hashtag game
a
is
an
life.
industry like this, you take days off, and that's a day somebody else is probably working. So yeah, just always super hyper
I wish
competitive.
you could say
So,
ball is life, bro, but
with
like really play a
Jonathan,
game with a
German,
ball.
and Ewok kind of all now having a stage under their belts with the team, just how do you think the team identity has grown and evolved?
Yeah, I think when you have time with your teammates, like the bond grows stronger, and then when you go through stuff with them, it's like keeps going and going. I think we're definitely a much closer team. Kind of like understand each other, how everyone likes to play, how you want to approach stuff like that. Like kind of also like sharing knowledge, kind of like how we like to play certain scenarios, how you want to approach things like practice matches, stuff like that. I think yeah, it has been going well. We're definitely a much better team going to stage 2 than stage 1. Stage 1 for us was really rushed, and at the end of the day, we didn't make it to playoff, but we were really close, and I think I like our chances.
Okay.
This split.
So being a player has been around so much, like just winning in your career back M80 and Challengers, Sentinels, winning in 2024, making all 3 internationals, 2025. Just how does a season like this with some more kind of struggles differ mentally for you personally?
Yeah, it's definitely difficult being used to winning so much in your career, and then you have a off year like this. I can still salvage it and have qualify to have a good split to qualify to champs and maybe have good results there. So the year isn't over for me, but I mean, it's just an experience, and you need to go through adversity. Like in a life of like any competitor in any like field, people always have a year like this in their career where like it was kind of like an off year, and I feel like no matter what happens this year, I feel like all the lessons and experience will be detrimental for me going forward. And yeah, like things happen. You just the only thing you can sometimes control kind of your reaction to it. And obviously, it's very easy to give up and be like, "Oh well, it's not my year." But I think it's very important to like keep going forward, no matter what. Like even if you're not having best results, you need to stay working, stay focused, and just believe in and staying positive.
I mean,
Here comes Jonathan. All right, it's time for map 3, baby. Come on. He said the title. People always have views like this in their career. So I can off you.
Thank you, Sierra, and I agree with the desk. The last stand for SAD, and it's on SRB's map pick. Kind of a weird one. We haven't seen it in a while, as they summarized well, but if there's one thing I can describe SAD as, it's very resilient.
Agreed. And a good thing about SRB choosing this map was because of the compositional change that you currently see right now from the side of Shopify. So putting smoke onto that jet instead of a chamber, I still think is very good on this map, especially the lines that smoke could really take could be a lot more aggressive on the defensive side than it could be with a chamber. And always smoke is going to be proficient on a jet no matter what. SAD Esports, though, I do agree with you. When it comes down to having grit and having lots of fight for SAD, they definitely do have it, and it comes in spades, especially when it comes down to these pistol rounds. And when you're playing this type of map with Vita on a Neon, with Paint as a Phoenix, I wouldn't be surprised to see a couple of like bandits going into the pistol round too to try to close the gap and go into the fight. So let's see what happens here. A Sheriff for Welly, Ghost, double Sheriff too, and you till the fight.
Paint's only on one flash.
And SAD in that series against M80.
This guy's on a deagle, one flash.
Vita, 6
All right, show me something, bro.
Like a large part of their fight back was behind this Neon. Probably a reason why this could be a good map for them. And see how they could try to flood in.
Satellite with 2 molly kills. Nature gets 2 with this ghost, bro, and we just get fried.
And Nature's just the cherry on top. Not the first time that's SAD. It completely stopped when they bring that speed to the table. I mean, we just saw it on Split, and SRB take a very convincing pistol after that.
Had to be a Gravwell or something there too, right? Like at Xander, he's got 3 assists. So going in the combination of a hot hands onto the front side and also seeing that the nature of what SAD currently has on the attack side when it comes to trying to get space and entry on sites, there's no dashes, there's no updrafts, there's no double dash from a whaley, nothing. So you're just running straight into it. And unfortunately, everything catches you. You just burned to her, Chris. A great start for SRB, but not the one you wanted to look for SAD. I did mention in that second map with the comp change that you had for SAD, it was basically a make it or break it, where especially in that second map, it was one-sided for the
Smoke
side
misses.
of SRB in terms of results.
Awesome.
So SAD, hopefully, they still have a little bit of gas in a tank and confidence here to fight in this third map.
You still have hope when Zaj is still alive as
He
well.
split.
One of the most
Smoke comes up and okay.
people on the team,
Smoke shoots through the
but man,
smoke.
just barrel stuffed, suffocating.
Take down Vita,
At this
the
choke
deleter.
point, SAD have just not been able to really command a lane, and you know they're on an eco.
Yeah, whatever.
You only expect so much, but can't brute force at all. Looking like almost a flawless round for SRB. And this is that type of scaling. Yes, it's early in this map, but SRB looks so good, not dropping a single round in the second half there of split. And SAD have to kick off this map on attack, which they didn't take an attacking round on split. So it's really do or die.
Silver lining is that we have a plant, so that's money for SAD going into the next round. But what I have to think about here and what they have to think about for SAD Esports is how to counteract against this util from SRB. And even look at the setups that you currently have here from Exa. He has probably a lineup to throw those Razor Vines into main because he set up a wall towards the B side. So you have to think about how to entry towards this site. What do you have in terms of util to break Razor Vines, to break util or whatnot? You don't have anything really on the side of SAD Esports. So it has to be one of those looks on the attack side, especially when you're playing double duelists, to not go as pedal to the metal as expected. You kind of have to start scaling up a little bit more slowly because you have to basically bait out the stars, bait out the first wave of util that stops you from entering towards these sites. And hopefully they'll understand that as they move forward here.
That's kind of the trade-off of running a fade versus the Sova. You can't have as much deep pressure into B, but this close quarter
Good kill, Vita.
And Vita, the opener, the first kill for SAD with rifles in tow. Exa,
I thought we had a sub for that.
already wrapping around, good flash. He's just gonna be
Exa for 2? He's a judge.
Takes care of the
Yes!
sleeve.
I like this.
Welly goes in fearlessly.
Nice, Welly.
Get 3 and even reset the run it back.
Welly goes down, but it's okay.
All good.
Zaji on it. 1v1. Vandal in hand.
3K, things are looking a little
Uncle on the other side.
See if SAD can hold on. Nature's just playing with his food and locks in when it matters the most.
That is insane plays coming out from both Exa and Nature to close things out. But the anchoring from Exa was huge. Because Xander falling down, that's all the stars gone. But because they had the read and putting device at the right spot, look at how much HP immediately eliminates from the health bar of Vita, probably at 70%. And then even the rest of the team trying to follow behind it, we're just stuck. So you go for a flash, an easy pick. You see now Paint falling down, and then all the rest of them also getting stalled by the great plays of Exa. This is such a hard attack side now for SAD to play. And if they don't commit and convert this round here, or get at least some sort of damage onto SRB, there's got to be a timeout for a talk.
Yeah, pick your poison. If it's not a Gravwell Molly, it's Smoke with some form of a sniper. I mean, he had an opener with the Marshall. He's upgraded to an Outlaw. Imagine once he gets the op going. There's not going to be a safe part of the map for SAD. And with a Stinger by, you're just hoping to get close enough that you can be in punching distance. Prowler
Exa gets that, man.
SAD would want to wrap around A, but really
Not too much now. Not too much now.
They've lost 2 already.
Oh, good kill. Gets a Phantom? Oh my gosh. It's just Xander. Oh, it's Xander now. That's the problem. Oh my gosh, he's dead. 2v3? Bomb down's in a really bad spot though. And we have no wall
Try
left.
and make this possible, but Smoke has emerged, and Nature ends it 4-0 now
On top
for
of that,
SRB.
you see Xander getting the kill onto the spike here on Welly falling down, and you got to recross back towards the front to pick up the spike. Nothing you could really do there, but at least what was good for SAD Esports was that they crossed the line of scrimmage over.
You think this team just stays together for 27? I don't think any team is safe in 27. Not a single one of these teams is safe in 2027.
Hopefully going into these rounds, it could be a little bit more clean for them to have more bodies to set up in these post-plant scenarios if they're able to get the plant down. There's not going to be a timeout being called by SAD Esports yet, probably because of how they were able to enter the way that they wanted to, but also because maybe the calls from Welly going into this round of the freeze time was good enough. Of course.
Also, which team are you talking about? SR?
Information early there from Nature. Orb grab. Vita one away from the overdrive.
Unless they win everything and win champs, then yeah.
See how deep he can go. The haunt though catches him. Reset without really getting too much information. Just half of the real estate watched for Paint. And already seeing the angles that SRB have to surround SAD once they go in. They are not liking how murky those waters are.
And it was
back and yeah, unless they win champs,
for the side of
I don't think
right now you can really.
I don't think any of these teams are safe to stay together
because of the Vice util that is not really being contested on that B side.
Hey, Vita tried to isolate the chase down onto Xander.
Nice, good count, Satellite.
Takes a moment to
come on, give me a round.
Breath and SAD work together, but it gets Smoke. He's a one-man army. A 3K with the up at close range at that. The flicks from Lotus return.
Like, bro, let me have some joy, man. Jeez, bro. Oh my gosh. Put your headphones. I'm so sick. I'm so sick. He's so tight. I can't even be mad.
With the amount of op shots close range that he held towards that back of the A site. I talked about a 4-1 setup that was going to be still perfect for the side of SRB because they have.
Let me be upset, man. Dang, bro.
The whole SAD roster attempting to entry towards the A site. Keep dancing, Smoke. I had to yell over that, so at least I was a self-censor onto what Smoke was saying there.
he's feeling it too heavy right now. Let's put him down, please. I beg you.
You know, his voice goes
hold
out.
on. Talk over this. There you go.
Well, now you guys have to hear us talk more, unfortunately, because SAD just took a timeout, and this is a good moment. There's some tools for them to work with.
Good moment. It should have been the previous round when they had money to work with.
I've never seen.
It's so true. I'm trying here, man.
I've never seen Smoke so like
in 5 rounds. That's impressive.
I've never seen him get this hype until today. What's going on?
What's even more impressive, unfortunately, is for Paint and Paint getting 0 value so far. They've died 5 times and gotten 0 kills, but that's also just in the nature of how SRB are just in full control of the defensive side. This is just insane what we're currently seeing so far. And how good the shooting is. It's not just on like the util and the macro and the setups of SRB. It's just whenever SAD Esports are moving in with so many bodies, look at how they're getting
Smoke.
denied.
Op again. Come on, you get an ace and now you're gonna insta-die, right?
His presence carefully while the rest of SRB maintain, but
nice!
And Paint, the whole squad.
Exa scared. Exa fears.
Defense. And for once, the lowest buy the side of
Exa fears the bear.
Managed to get a ton of upgrades. As that timeout really helped them stay composed. Now the dust has settled. SAD have really cleared the way for any site to get hit.
Yeah, the good news is with the plow that they just had towards Art, that's 2 weapons that they could pick up too, for Zaj and for Paint. Right now, to be honest with you, they should give that rifle onto Welly so that he could actually move in with Paint at fuller HP in the Nightfall to really get in. But maybe it's just on, okay, let's ult, get the guys to entry in while I plant the spike as well. But this would be kind of good here for SAD Esports to get this round, especially when they're at a 5-0 deficit. The wall contact, I do like a lot, though. This could allow an instant trade against Nature.
30 seconds left.
To split
Nature.
up this duo was a risk.
No more than 1. Okay, so why'd he get 2? All good. No more than 2.
He's at it again. Oh my God. The heroics, the X factor that SRB brings to every situation that they're outnumbered in. This has gotta hurt SAD. That looked so winnable. It should have been 1.
It's the 2 guys with the rifles that died, and Willie's stuck only with the ghost. The wall contact I like, but the gun sticking out. Nobody wide swung onto the second one too. I guess it's just the angle too. You saw the wide swing cut out from Zaj, but Nature was just a little bit more out that just allowed for him to get a little bit more ready into that. But man, that, I mean, at the end of the day, this was still an equal round for SAD Esports, and the timeout was for this round right here. That's the silver lining. That's the only cope I have going into this round here for SAD Esports, but SRB are just looking to close this right now.
Get ready to learn smoke when you gotta replace Austin because Dictator Osboss decides to remove his biggest off by poaching him.
The A side of the map.
It can either be the game killer at the start of a real turnaround. This is gonna be the start of a real turnaround. You ain't even ready for it, bro. Look at the ults we have. Better change the game.
Information has been around Welly, who wants to conserve this last
Fatal, Neon ult, just fly through.
Everything he has left
just tap, just like 2-tap everybody. Because everybody's like 50 HP.
Look at the position from Smoke. That's what I was trying to say
earlier. Yeah, why is Nature here?
Not needing to put Smoke on the chamber for every single round too.
No, I'm not gonna lie, this is tilting me.
He's able to garnish.
Oh my gosh, he didn't die.
Huge. They're even going for double extremity control.
You're ulting for sure. You get the kill, I don't care. You get the kill, I don't care. Listen, if you're gonna get the kill, I don't care what you do. Do whatever you need, bro. Listen, 5 versus 3. Now win the round.
Cosmic divide still intact, but where Zash is, I mean, he's
Smoke's gone.
Journey.
Yes.
Off guard after they were still trying to regroup and they felt secure for the moment. And Zash, I think that's why you let.
This is the start of a real turnaround, baby.
He is a shooter.
Indeed, that was a nice little one from Zash, and that allows here for SAD Esports to get the first round finally on the board. I still want to respect the double push on the side, and Nature, who's been unstoppable so far at 9-0. Why not? He plays a 1v1 in that spot. But it did take a lot here for Welly to be able to win that duel against Nature. So wasting out that Nightfall is that silver lining as well for SRB in the later rounds. But you are starting to see a little bit of exploration more from SAD Esports into middle instead of the extremities. Because they realize right now that when it comes down to these quick hits and these quick fights on the extremities, there's just too much stall from the Astra and the Vice util. So maybe that is going to have to be the conditioning opening that you're trying to do for the next couple of rounds for SAD Esports until you finally start going back into extremity control.
All right, come on. Come on. Pain's going to start heating up. Paint's going to start heating up.
Morale, although it desperate decision-making to get it done, but a 0 that turns into a 1, turns into a 2, turns into a SAD comeback. Remember how far ahead SRB were on Lotus and how SAD never gave up. Now for the orb grab, the Prowler dodge. Xander goes unnoticed. Nature's
the jealous for 1. Gets traded out. Good stun. Kill him, please. How is he getting another one?
Second kill after that.
That shouldn't be a 3v3. That should not be a 3v3, actually.
Razor Vines.
Line.
Run it back. Hey, Satellite will get reset, but SAD are in a position to push him. As Pain has to take his time, and here comes reinforcements for SRB to bail out their Phoenix.
2v3. We need to pull something together, bro.
Is obstructing the SAD pathing. They still have 46 seconds left.
I think you could just play the retake too for SRB. Why not? I love the stall and the teamwork though from both Satellite and Exa. Calls out the Razor Vines, run it back just to confirm the kill on the first one, and still allows SRB to have a player advantage. If it has to come down to it as well, you have the Steel Garden available for Exa for them to retake. It will allow for Smoke to fight with the operator as well and give a chance here for SRB to make this 7-1. You hear the plant as well.
Plant goes down B.
Smoke, so here comes the rotate.
No one switched the op with Smoke. Just let Smoke keep the op, bro. And just like
on this high ground,
you know. Let's keep him out of this. You know what I mean?
Obscure that vision. Flash out. Smoke.
You know what?
Quick to the trigger.
I don't know why I doubted him. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Pain,
I thought letting him keep the op would like nerf him. Good shot, Pain. I thought it would nerf him a little bit because you know he can't like go out, but like they just take his time. They just take their time. I didn't think Pain would be in tunnel there. I thought he would be like sitting like
decision from Smoke on that 2 versus 1. Instead of trying to
like next to tunnel
that back to trade against Xander, felt like he already lost the timing of being able to trade instantly because he had a shorty out right over here. So he dashes back into the front, right where Exa's at, just to instantly trade against Exa. That was very nice. If you hunted him towards that back, that probably would have been a win con for Paint, which would allow for him to isolate 3 individual fights. And now SRB, they already stopped the bleeding. Thankfully, after the plant that we just had from SAD Esports, it allows for him to still have a full armor buy with rifles.
Roy mentioned on the desk that the defense on this map is the side that is very awkward, and Smoke proves that he is just immortal. Gets first picks every time, and even funny enough, last map, 11 of the first bloods went Sad's way. So they're usually the ones that are killing it in openers. Now it's a deficit they're really unfamiliar with. And without Vita, it's not going to be easy. Maybe if Paint get the run it back, but you need a kill to do that. And the Thorns,
right,
the Razor Vines will stand in their way, and Nature already puts up an early resistance.
Listen, Fatal comes through. Tags one doesn't even matter. No, you know why? We got Zagiana, bro.
Zaj will
Look,
will
look,
this
look,
win
look,
into
look, look, look.
existence if he has to. Assad got first blooded.
Oh.
SRB.
Oh, Satellite has the god
Find
timing.
themselves behind. Satellite just pops up right past the other guy.
No, Zaj goes down.
Retaliation.
Nice.
Back and forth,
2v2.
advantages go.
Nice.
Watching carefully
2v1.
as Paint
Nobody?
started it. Will he end it? Something better to brawl with. The Vandal, the double up, the duo. Welly gets ahead of
Good
it.
kill. Good kill.
And Sad get
Good
their
kill.
second
Good kill.
round of the half.
Give me some air fist bumps, Willie.
Nice repositioning by
Give me some air
Satellite.
fist bumps,
Almost
Willie. You're
won
pissing me
that
off.
round here for SRB, but just too many players in the end. Thanks to this alert.
Give me some
entry by
some
Zaj.
vibes, bro.
That first pick and even getting the hat for the info, it allows for them to set up a little bit better here in the pulse plant scenario until Satellite almost made miracles happen. But look at how interesting these rounds have been turned out to be. 6 rounds in a row won by SRB, yet this is only their second round loss, and it's already an eco on their side. It's just to show you how brawly these rounds have
Smoke
been
is on a
from
Phantom.
both
Everybody
SRBs
else is
here.
on Deagle or
Especially
Classic.
the lower buy that you had from Sada did a lot of econ damage. Allows for him to still have 1 foot in the game.
Good kill. Quick. Nice.
Was
That's the Phantom down.
A killer, but hey,
Raid boss down.
The bullets still land. Zaj has been such a huge part of this fragging department for Sad. And it's an eco too. Not having
Listen,
to give
bro,
up any of
60
these
seconds
weapons
ago,
would be ideally,
Smoke was 12 and 2, and now he's 12 and
Sad, low
4.
on
12 and 4
credits.
isn't even impressive for real, bro.
So
Come on.
Sad. Will this be their way to make this half a little less painful, a little less daunting for them to overcome on their defensive half?
And that's what I was mentioning.
Give me
before,
5
the
this half,
amount of
bro. Give me
conditioning
5
that
this
Sad
half,
has been
bro.
doing on
Come
fighting
on.
and opening towards art, towards
We're
street.
back.
In the last 2 rounds, he had a
Oh, they want to walk in you so bad. They want to walk in you and just give you free kills so bad. Look at this. Flash don't even matter. Look. Bang! Bang!
Curveball goes behind everybody.
Get the plant down.
It's still
It's
a
Chow.
for the side of SAD Esports to entry towards the A site for the plant.
Giving it to Paint to get that run it back online as soon as possible. Here comes Exa. Oh, nothing you can do against the curveball, and Paint really looking good in this map, and he's been a big story or a big talking point for Sad's story of what version of Paint are you going to get today. He was so well known as such a high statistical duelist back in the day when he was a solo duelist, when we were in a solo duelist meta. Now he's had to be that Phoenix support or someone that flexes around Vita. And now he's really been able to be pivotal in rounds like that. SRB taking a timeout to see, in their first timeout, see how they want to close out these last 2 rounds.
Wonder if it's positioning Paint into one of the middle areas now. Because
Well-
when you're looking at
well,
it from
what?
the setup of SRB, the amount of time
I
we've
left
seen
it
so
1-0.
far that SRB's exit
That's okay,
utility
bro.
isn't really being contested from the Vice Wall to the Razor Vines yet.
'Cause we're coming
And
back.
Even if they go for the extremities, the wall is going to
Listen, it was 6-0, bro, and guess what? We're coming back.
Over on the A side, and they also have Nate.
We're getting 5 this
So
half.
right now, you're the gap that they currently have in the space that they allow. Sad
So
to
we're getting
take,
13
you can
this
go to the
map.
middle. So if you kind of lock that down at the very beginning with the way that Smoke's been shooting so far, that at least gives you early information if he doesn't land a shot. And even if he dies, allows for players to repivot to focus a little bit more on how to readapt towards the mid round. So maybe that could be the
I don't got the heart to tell him.
to not
Tell me what.
overextend behind the util that's already being placed by both Zener and by Exa in the first place. And It might be the case. You're starting to see Smoke moving up on that side, but he's not going for the aggressive line up towards Art yet. It's looking like he's trying to hold it back towards the street instead, or towards the back of the stairs instead.
Nature's able to play his life pretty well. Sad haven't been able to chase him down. It's almost like Nature is bait so they can pull Smoke
Someone
out.
stop them, please. Don't worry. Paint's here.
If not a C, something Smoke though. Second shot, first kill. Nature holds the wall.
Oh yeah, Zaj. Wait, Zaj is actually having like a really good map, I swear.
Because Paint doesn't even have the run it back yet.
We're just not like winning like a lot of
Do
rounds.
not want to fight into Smoke's up.
But like we won a couple in a row.
And X is not going to waste any
Like,
time
we're good.
taking map control. So SRB are not taking a vacation. They're hoping to send Sad on one.
And that's what exactly I was trying to say too. Just trying to leverage Smoke to get the first line of defense. So when I guess the way that they were positioning themselves towards that street, if there was going to be any util being thrown in the first place towards that A main, you fight towards A main. If there's nothing, you start double walking your duelists up towards Art. So what happens instead? Util comes out, you play the recall smoke from Xander, he takes the line with the operator, but even if he misses the shot, what was thrown there? Razorvine, Seize, Hot Hands, a suck, everything. You can't really get into the A site, and Smoke still gets a kill on top of that. What an insane hold here by SRB, and yet Sad.
I can't keep getting away with
It's so hard
this.
for them to just plow into those A sites or into the extremities when that util's still up.
Yeah, you can probably only count on one hand how many plants Sad have had. I mean, prevention duty. The protocol is strong. Another angle. Try to get as close as you can to the op. Satellite resets Paint. Resets the momentum of Sad.
Gets Paint Soul. Gets Vita the Deleta. Xander gets Welly in main.
Route you choose. There is no shortcut.
3v5.
It just doesn't seem like a way to win an attacking round. Sad now hesitate. We'll see. I mean,
Paint down.
Paint still catching strays. Pain and Zaj against the world, it seems, and we'll have to find another way through this map.
The micro's huge there from both Satellite and Nature. He goes for the Prowler. If somebody's close, they flash a double swing. Nobody's there. He jumps on the ledge. He gets contact, and if they run down, there's still a flash needed to trade out if needed be. But Nature gets that pick. Player advantage. Leg shot at least there, but still, the win is coming. Yeah, check a BC.
Whatever.
Smoke is insane. This whole team is looking well-rounded. Pain, he feels the pressure, feels the heat, but can't get out of the kitchen fast enough. So 9-3 is how this first half and potentially final map ends. But Sad, they have come back from worse than this. You guys wouldn't believe. 10-2 forces overtime. It really is gonna have to depend on their mentals. And SRB are a frustrating team to play against because they'll shoot your body. They do a bit of
There's levels to this Valorant game. Sadly.
You know what SRB are saying about you. But Sad, if there's
All
one
good.
thing that
Listen, do y'all believe in miracles, bro? I think this comeback can happen, bro. Do y'all believe in what I believe in, bro?
As steady as they can through really the pits of deficits.
If they don't hear it through the screens, at least they hear it from the body shooting that's going on here from SRB2 when they're getting these kills. So they're definitely playing the mind games for the attack side this time around for Shopify. Nearing the end of closing us out in a 3-0 fashion in this series and secure at least the LCQ to face up against their prime rival of M80 in the grand finals tomorrow. SRB looking to close out the piss round by storming the front of the B site.
Feeling good, they're feeling confident. You heard the dash. Sad are split from each other.
Pain.
Independent
Can't get
plays
one.
need to be big, but man, when people are jumping across their screen,
Vita is good for one. He's gone. Paint.
And Sad are not looking like they got much fight left in them after all.
I used to believe in miracles, then
digits for
yesterday happened.
SRB. The finish
You needed a blessing for that to
Sad
happen. That's not even just a miracle, bro.
Will
I'm
they
sorry.
just
I'm sorry to
really
tell you.
bank on the first rifle round next to be the turning point.
Still insane that somehow with 3 players going in the back of the hallway, a flood comes in from Sad Esports. They're
Like genuinely, that was
forcing
divine
all the players of
intervention
SRB
type
to
thing.
move
You know what I'm
back
saying?
towards the front of the site to plant because Nature already moved towards that back with the spike in the first place. Yet they couldn't convert their kills for Sad. Looking at it so far, I wonder what's going on here. Two players are still staying static into the spawn. Yeah, okay, so they're just having one player move up, trying to get info for Welly, and then fast rotate with the ones that could rotate quickly.
Marching in, sad from the top ropes, hoping to wrestle against SRB, do the damage that they can, but they are just feeding orbs to the beasts of SRB, converting potentially a flawless
11-3.
anti-eco. And more bodies are being shot, words are being said, and silence in the camp of sad. Is it they were banking, they didn't force that second round because they're really hoping that this will be the moment that they can straighten their posture and remain alive in this map.
If there's no
Hexa shoots Vita's body. Wow.
I feel like this is probably the reason
Faker was never shooting bodies.
Yeah, okay.
What the heck, man?
Welly maybe called something while they were in the pistol round while he's grabbing the orb, and then saying we could try to.
Dude, it's looking done, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Because they were on an eco anyways, and they're now playing into the gun round, and Odin out in the hands of Welly.
Don't worry, I already fixed it on Trey.
Oh boy.
That's Vita. That's your biggest shooter.
Come on.
And even he's having an off day. SRB not even getting traded out. Some damage
Paint's
being
down.
done.
Bro, we can't get one with the Odin, bro. We're down 5v3 in this round? Or 5v2, 5v1!
Satellite. Even he's having an incredible day. A 3K
Flawless.
in that round, and he's just off on his own. He's in the defender spawn.
Alright, I don't believe anymore. I don't believe anymore. I don't believe anymore.
He's still full HP.
The first map gave me hope, bro.
There for Satellite, catching Vita
And then my feelings got hurt, bro.
Towards that spawn to get one pick off the rotate, yet still get another pick while he picks up a weapon and still gets a kill. But the wall bang, double kill from SRB onto the streets. They just understood the bait and switch. They didn't even care if they were blinded. They weren't setting up their crosshairs for the swing. They're just spamming the boxes and got double kills there. This just shows the dominance of SRB. They want to close this right away, and they want to show here to M80 that they're going to have one fight up ahead against them tomorrow in Championship Sunday.
Same protocols. Flash, Prowler, run it back.
Anyone play Bloons? I don't play Bloons. Tower Defense 6.
SRB hoping to expose his team one final time.
Satellite gets one before his ult expires. Smoke Days takes down Paint's ult.
Smoke and he waits patiently.
On, they slow it down. Xander gets the kill on Paint, bro. They have an open B side of the map, bro.
Already been felt. It's a splash from SRB having all 5.
It's a 5 versus 3.
And sad, looking like a puddle out here.
Is that Magnus
Welly,
Carlsen, bro?
Vita, Zaj together for potentially the final time.
Now the camera gets broken, so confirming that the hit's coming towards B.
Okay, Zaj has the
Zaj alerts!
Shots! He gives them a raft. Gives them a chance to stay afloat.
30 seconds left.
Satellite identifies Vita. Flicks onto Zaj. Is this how it ends? There's no way. Sad thought they stabilized.
Dude,
and it's the
I thought
IGL
they could get a
captain.
4th, bro.
And he's locked in. No words being said. He needs to be loud. He jumps in the middle. He's flashed. He's dead. And so are Sad. A grand finals rematch. Destiny between SRB and M80.
3 for 3 second
And
places
something
for
that Smoke
SR.
mentioned before in the upper brackets a long time ago against EG Academy when they won. They were expecting a grand finals matchup against M80. Not in this fashion though for Shopify Billion Black to have to go down into a lower
3
bracket
for
run
3
after losing.
second places for SR. That's nasty, bro. Dude, and then so M80 makes play in. SR is gonna go LCQ. Yeah, okay. Dude, it's so lame. Ah! Unfortunate. Unfortunate. All right. All right. I'm not gonna lie. I'm getting off. I'm getting off. Ending stream. I don't really have anything else to say. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sad. It's okay. It's okay. That was depressing end to the series? Yeah. We're gonna raid Bow. We're gonna raid Bow. Okay. Alright. Back tomorrow for grand finals.